Hello, people. How are we doing this evening? How is everybody doing? Welcome to the very first, the inaugural, the premiere of the new show. This is going to be, let's just say it's going to be an interesting one. So I did a vote recently, and basically, long story short, we have decided that we are going to be doing changing our schedule. So we're going to, instead of doing Monday, Wednesdays, Sundays, we're going to be switching over to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday format. And yeah, this is the very first edition. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. I hope everybody is doing fabulous, enjoying themselves, and let me just make sure that all the systems are working. We are all live. We are all doing our things, and making sure that all the things are actually coming along together. So how is everybody doing? I just want to say a quick thank you to Grace Games, who dropped in a follow today. So I just want to say a quick shout out before we even start, just to make sure that, everyone is doing good. I hope everyone's doing good, because it's one of those days. It's one of those interesting ones. So we need to make sure we get all of the kinks out of the system. And yeah, today I'm just here just to have a little chit chat, to see what's going on in the world, to make sure everybody is doing great and fine, and yeah, basically to open up a dialogue, because I wanted to bring the options of simple conversation, simple how do we work this thing out, how do we do things, how do we see. I just want to make sure that everyone is actually all good, because there is so much stuff happening at the moment. It's a bit difficult to actually keep up and make sure that everyone is doing fine. So welcome. I am here for your enjoyment. I am going to be hanging out, seeing what's going on, making sure that stuff is happening in the world, and to see how everyone is doing. So I'm curious to see how this goes, because obviously we are going to be doing what is it we're going to be doing? We're going to be doing a lot of little things. We're going to see how the world works out, and basically I just fancy doing something a little different. And obviously it's going to be a bit of a slow one. We've got to find out what's going on. So what we might do is do some juggling, some spinning, just to basically see what is going to happen. That's an option. I've got myself a little drink, so I'm going to have myself a little drinky poo. I am going to be looking after my little friend Viking, who's sitting right here. Boop, boop, boop. Just pat on the head. Yeah. Oh, whoa. There we go. No, that's totally not worked out for my liking. But yeah, it's just for saying a little different, because I thought, we could end up doing a little search, see what's going on the YouTubes. We can basically talk books, games. We can talk about any open dialogue today. My whole point is to try to avoid the concept of basically an echo chamber. I'm finding out a lot of people, they're having troubles, because I speak with so many people, and because I'm quite vocal about a lot of things, I'm very much a centrist. I'm very much open to basically old school libertarian values, and I would just want to make sure people don't feel alone, because at the moment there's a lot of pressure, and a lot of people are feeling pushed out. A lot of people are feeling that they have to follow a certain way of thinking, otherwise they'll be in trouble. And this is both from all people on all sides, but also just open dialogue and have good conversations, because I miss having good conversations. Now it's almost like cliched to chat, to talk about things that interest you, and to see what you believe is actually a good thing. So that's one thing. But we can also talk about wrestling, we can talk about film, we can talk about gaming, we can talk about streaming. Like, hopefully, I'll get some conversations as a streamer. It's what I've been doing for like the last 6-7 months, how it's actually come about, and how we have actually grown this community, because we have actually got a reasonable community now. It has actually been coming along quite nicely. There's lots of people that are doing things. We can talk about gaming. I've just come off a quick gaming session with my good friend Firespinner, who, if he is in or around, hopefully he said he may pop in later on. So I'm curious to see if that materializes into something else. But I thoroughly did enjoy it. It was a good game. Rocket League is it's a free-to-play game via the Epic Store. You can get it on. Well, I know you can get it on PC, and I know you can get it on PS4. I'm assuming you can get it on Xbox as well. So it is cross-platform, as I was just playing it with my friend who has a PlayStation 4, and I was playing it on the PC. And it was actually quite a bit of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did thoroughly enjoy it. It was good. It was good. Hey there, Demi. How is it going? How are you doing, my friend? I hope that you are doing great. I remember you popped in for a quick hello the other day, and it was lovely to see that beautiful face. And granted, I take beautiful face as a little name that pops up and says hello and hey. So that's always fun. But yeah, it's gonna. The whole point today is just kind of chilled, kind of relaxed. You know, no one to just, you know, yeah, just to hang basically, like talk, explore, see what's going on. Like, yeah, as I said, I made a little bit of juggling, and yeah, be giggity. Be good to actually have a bit of fun and a little juggle. So I was watching, as I said, some inspiring stuff yesterday. Getting sleepy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Whereabouts are you? I'm trying to remember where you said you're based. But if you are sleepy, I'm going to say you're in Europe at least. But never know. Maybe you're in the US and you are just feeling really sleepy, even though it's only like mid-afternoon for you. So I'd be curious to see what's going on. Lockdown is happening again soon here. Yep, Europe. Do you want to narrow it down a wee bit? Because I'm actually really curious how lockdowns and COVID have affected people. Like, I'm very, very hot on my mental health and actually spending time, like, obviously lockdown, Serbia. Sorry, 8 p.m. here. That's Siberia. Different place. But yeah, no, lockdowns are really interesting, actually. It's, like, obviously London, we've had our fair share. Originally it was 2 weeks to flatten the curve. And that's become like a famous term, like just flatten the curve. You know, but it's definitely not been flattened, and it's been creative. I myself have had my jab, and yeah, it knocked me for six for a good couple of days. But you know, I've had my first inoculation. I wasn't entirely sold on the inoculation stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, I miss hugging people. I miss seeing people. I've got family in Sweden, which I would love to see, and I haven't seen them since New Year's 2018. So 2018, 2019, I was last time I saw them, and I want to get out and I want to see the world. Maybe I'll come down to you and see what's going on in your country at some point. But I can't do it because total lockdown. Interesting news. What is it? Cyprus. Apparently Cyprus is letting people from the UK come in if they've had their jab. So that's become a big talking point right now. Is like, you know, if you've had your jab, how do you feel about the jab? How all of that stuff happens, and yeah, how is lockdown happening? You got like the UK lockdown, which is basically don't go out, only go out for, you know, emergencies, and basically everyone's ignored it. Or is Serbia gonna be like what do you call it, like New Zealand, where you've literally been, you know, like you've been fined like for stepping outside your door? Or is it like the Chinese, who apparently they've been welding doors closed to stop people, like, you know, coming out of their block, which was kind of insane. I'm used to staying in, but yeah, that sounds like a fun time. Yeah, it's the thing is with a lot of the younger generation, and I don't really consider myself the younger generation. I'm like middle age now practically. But yeah, we're used to, and we've grown up with staying indoors a lot more, you know, with gaming and streaming and all that kind of stuff. But it's always been that, you know, we can go out if we wanted to, and we kind of chose to stay in. We chose to, to just basically to do our own thing. But now it's like you have to stay in. Like, you're not allowed out, you know, unless this, and this, depending on your country of origin, depending on their personal philosophies a lot of the time. And yeah, with the different factors and the different ways, like some people, I've been a gamer my whole life. I'm used to staying in, but at the same point, there's my extroverted side. And I've always described myself as an introvert who's learned to be sociable, because it's the best way to describe who I am. It's like I've got a duality in me in a lot of ways, to go along with, you know, my political views, to go along with my views on different things. It's like I cherry pick little things that I believe in, and kind of forget or leave to the side things I don't believe in. Like my religion, like the way that I see it, I've eventually seen myself as like a what I call a Monday Buddhist, which is someone who takes elements of Buddhism, and the idea of being good to each other, to be respectful, to try to get rid of attachment, and it's been an interesting one to learn. And when it comes to different rules, I don't don't do well with rules. I see the things that I see as legal and I see what I see as moral, and I make my own decision. And so far, that's managed to keep me out of jail. I haven't done anything too bad, but I've not exactly been an absolute square and, you know, that kind of person either. So it's always interesting. You are an introvert who likes to be sociable as well. It's a good term, actually. I think it's a really good term, personally. It is a way that we can be by ourselves, and we need our own space. Like I strongly do believe everybody needs their own space, but it's when it's imposed on you, when you have to do it, it's like it's fine at first, but then it's like you start clawing at the walls. You know, it's like I want to get out, I want to go do a thing, and yeah, it's been trying on a lot of us, and I'm curious to see, like, you know, how you've held up. Like what have you done to curb worries and stresses and things that have got to you? Have you learned a new skill? Have you started working out at home? Have you started reading more or cooking more? A lot of people, they spent the beginning of lockdown getting really fat, like just eating all the stuff and no exercise, and then they've gone, do you know what? I'm not happy with myself. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start, you know, exercising to do the best in what I can do. And yeah, for me, that's something I've done. I was getting tubby, and as someone that's named Skins, I didn't want it to become an ironic nickname. You know, I didn't want to be that guy called Skins who weighs like 120 kilos. You know, screw that. So I started originally with just working out, and then I started looking into diet and cooking and stuff. I've kind of given up on the cooking thing because I'm terrible when it comes to, like, you know, knowing what's good for me and what tastes nice. I'm great for moderation, and like if I get a plan, I can stick to it really well, but I need to get that plan first. So, but you know, I do work out. I've got a couple of apps. I've got some dumbbells down there. You know, I've done my workout for the day, done full body, so my arms have definitely got bigger. But in compared to what I used to be, I was tiny. But yeah, so, like, you know, how did you cross over that bridge? Like, when, as an introvert, who you're kind of used to being by yourself, you're kind of used to keeping yourself to yourself, and then being told that you have to do that, told that you have to be by yourself, and then obviously that lockdown, as you said, is not be good for your mental health. There was a great video I saw a while back, and I think it was called Starship U. Let's see if I can find it. Starship U, and see if I can find it on here. Yes, here it is. So it's a great vid. Hey there, Ben, how's it going? And I'm going to throw it on. Just so you guys can, like, hear, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. But when it came to lockdown, this video was really, really good to me. Really, really important. Because it kind of like gave me the right idea. And I saw this really early on. And this is by a channel called CGP Grey. I'm gonna throw it up just so we can actually get it going.
Pandemics.
And you guys can actually see it. So let's jump on. Let's give that a shot. And yeah, where we at? We're that one, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So let's get this going, and you guys can see exactly what I was talking about. So obviously, then you can. Let's go full screen, and let's see what that does. Oh, that does stretch it out a bit. But yeah, as you can see, pandemic season. I'll leave the subtitles on, so that way for the guys that are what's the word? Not English, or don't have English as the first language, and they could struggle with it, and it can go. Hello there, Washface. How is it going? Aloha, aloha, aloha. And a massive hello to Smarty as well. So, yeah, I'm going to play this up so you guys can see what we're talking about. And hopefully bring up some conversation, which I'd love to bring, because I think there's a lot of good in this video that will basically help. It will actually bring out some of the good from lockdown and how we can actually take this lockdown, improve ourselves, but also things to keep an eye out for. Because obviously, as we've already talked about, mental health. Here I am, a sausage roll. Nice. I like sausage rolls. Sausage rolls are good. So yeah, let's get this going, and you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about.
Pandemic season. This is not the first, nor will it be the last time you lock yourself down and we isolate from each other to protect ourselves and to protect those more vulnerable than ourselves. The practical effect of this isolation on you is that your home is no longer your home, but has transformed into a vessel that, along with many others, has left Earth to orbit around her, alone, together. Those remaining on Earth have their mission to mitigate the dangers of the outside. And while here inside, it may seem like you have naught to do but watch and wait. Aboard this ship isolated for a season with length unknown, there are dangers too. What can start as a break from life will, unchecked, become something much worse.
See, now, like, this is something that a lot of people didn't think. A lot of people were just like, you know what, I'm just going to take some time out. I'm going to relax. I'm going to put my feet up. I'm going to catch up on my Netflix. And when it was like a couple of weeks, that was perfectly fine. We've all been programmed to understand that a couple of weeks off is good. You know, just so you know, to just forget everything else, throw the diet out the window, screw your sleeping schedule. You know, like, don't bother exercising. You know, the gyms are all closed, so you know, in some ways we couldn't do that. But this, you know, while this works really well in a very short space of time, literally like a couple of weeks, it's you know, that's perfectly fine. We're used to that. But I noticed the struggles. I saw it coming because that's what I do. I see patterns. I saw this thing coming and knew it was going to be stressful the second it lasted on other people. Us introverts, we tend to be a bit better, but it is a struggle. So let's keep going.
Darkness and disorder and a slow drift into abyss where, out here, no one can physically help you.
Do
So
bear
you
with it,
cannot
guys.
just
Do bear
wait.
with it.
Like those below, you above have things to do. Eventually, Earth will need people to return to help spin back up the wheels of the human world. Your mission? Return better than you left. To accomplish this, you must maintain the vessel. Welcome aboard Spaceship U.
So once again, it is taking an initiative onto oneself. Now, this is one thing that I have struggled with a lot throughout not just the pandemic season, but in reality as a whole. A lot of people tend to do what they're told. And I think we've also been trained to do what we're told. We've been told that, you know, someone will come and look after us. Someone will tell us what to do, how to do it, and that's done. In my own personal works, I've always worked in the creative fields. So I've very rarely had someone to tell me what to do. It's never been a simple case of just make, you know, this thing. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. And then I make it and then it's done. You know, in the creative fields, you don't generally get that. In the creative fields, hence the title, you have to be creative. You have to take the initiative and go on from there. And, you know, do your absolute best to... Hello, Jinxie. We have a cat. We have a cat. It's in my lap. I'll show off in a second. But, you know, the idea is, I think, is the self-ownership is taking yourself. You can control you. It's the only thing you can control. You can't control other people. You can't make them do something else. You've got to take the responsibility of yourself and hold yourself responsible for those actions. So yeah, let's keep on with Spaceship U.
The core generator of Spaceship U is your health, with two parts, the physical and the mental. For the ship to stay functional, this generator must spin. Arriving in orbit, it starts with some momentum to keep things going at first, to afford a little time to adjust. But as with all motion, the passive forces of the universe work to slow that which is active, to bring darkness and disorder. If the core slows too much, if it all drifts too far and becomes too dark, recovery on your own is increasingly unlikely. So, how to prime the core and keep it running during this journey. The mental and physical are halves of a whole, so accelerating one accelerates the other. Each adds to the total momentum, making additional pushing easier, priming the core, creating motion, making light and order. While you could start with either side, if the core is low, prime with the physical half. It has sturdier grips. The mental half, while vital for the higher operations of the ship, is a slipperier place to start. You are on.
So yeah, so basically, in short, he's saying there is, if you're struggling, get physical. So let's get physical. And it is truly about that. And this is something that, as I was saying before, when you're laying about and you've got nothing to do, you let things slip. And the easiest thing that you can change is your actions. Because the mind is a clusterfuck of a situation. And you totally can lose yourself in your mind. The idea of starting and then getting to the logistics of how do I start? When do I start? What do I do? It can bog everything down. And before you've even actually done anything, you've already talked yourself out of it because you've made it a harder task. You've made it difficult to start again because you've overthought it. So get physical, like whether that be getting up off of the couch and doing some jumping jacks, whether that be you know, just going for a run, whether that just be going for a walk even, because I don't really follow running. as someone who's often, been very active in life, running is really bad for your joints and shin splints and all that kind of stuff. But simply going for a nice breezy walk, like a good, like, take your time, man. Like go for like a good 40-minute walk. Like walk to somewhere that you would normally get the bus. And that physical activity gives the endorphins, it gives the energy, it gives that I achieved this thing today, and that feeling of the achievement will kickstart that mental part of you. I set out to do something, I achieved it. Things can be done. Things can be done. You've just got to get it going. So as he says, and I truly do agree with this, do push yourself physically, which will then kickstart that mental. So let's keep going.
On your own, your brain and how it thinks are all you have. And brains, when dangerously apathetic or agitated, usually can't just think themselves better. Brains are complicated messes, but physical activity is simple and brings brains back to baseline.
Told ya.
When the ship is in trouble, prime with the physical. Okay, now what? Back in the before time, you may not have noticed how much your physical environment determined what you did. The library helped you study, the office helped you work, the vacation helped you relax, the couch helped you couch. Then, as now, getting your...
I love that line. The couch helped you couch. One thing I would recommend is get rid of the couch. Like, I've got a couch there. And anyone that knows me knows that spends most of the time with a table on the top, and it's used for storage and doing things on it. Hey there, what was that? Quizzle? Hang on, I got it. Right, so we got Quizzle Call John Kung. Hi there, good name. I like it. Great for a dyslexic person. I like this. Wait, this is highbrow. Well, up to the couch part. Hey, it's nice to go low, but if you get high and low, then you've got all the factors. This is all good. How is it going, my friend? Hopefully you're doing good. But let's crack on. Let's crack on. And if you guys feel free to add little things into the things, like reflections and stuff. The whole point of this chat is to actually get the roller coaster of brain function. I like it. Is to get interaction. Let's get physical. Let's get interacting. Let's, get a conversation going. That's the whole point of this. And I've just realized my cam is sitting right on top of the chat. How rude of me. So let me throw that over there. Actually, let's go. Yeah, that should do. Let's tuck in. Hopefully I won't get over the thingies. But yeah, let's keep this going. Actual goods, let's get physical. There's a song in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I've sung that already. But hey, let's keep going.
To the right physical space at the right time is a big part of the job of existing. Yet here you are in one all room. Thus, the first task is to divide your physical space. No matter how small your vessel, there will be at least 4 sides to create 4 vital stations to operate the ship. The first is for exercise, something beyond the bare minimum to survive, so that priming the core is easier when you need to. Create this simplest station first. It doesn't need to be big, it doesn't need equipment to start, it just needs to be empty. Your communicator contains more than enough body weight exercises you can start today.
That's a great thing about this, is like a lot of people, lots and lots of people, they get bogged down with I can't start working out because I don't have a dumbbell. Oh, I can't start working out, I don't have a yoga mat. Oh, I can't start working out. And a lot of it is absolute crap, And I say that as someone who has spent most of his life dealing with physical, I think calisthenics is the correct term. I'm not sure. I'm not a gym bod, but I'm someone who's actually into fitness in a very new, exciting and accessible way. It's like your body weight is one of the best things to have. Sit-ups, press-ups, chin-ups, jogging on the spot, star jumps or jumping jacks as the Yanks call them. You've got so many things out there. Hey there, Fitbill. How is it going, my friend? I see we've already got a fan. Go on, Skins. Start working out on one of the 4 sides of your room. On all 4 of them? I could do that. I could. Hang on. I have to make sure I get these things all set up. I completely forgot to set that bloody thing up. Right, so let's go. I can't do both, but, I'll leave the next bit going, and I can do some jumping jacks behind us, yeah? Let's see how that goes. Yeah? Ooh. Hang on, no, I need to do that. Go back to there, and then let's go.
From this point on, crossing this border is how you mentally and physically decide to do the exercise. Now, depending on the kind of person you are, exercise will feel like bitter medicine at first. Speaking from deep experience here. But you are on a solo mission in space. The generator your life depends on requires physical effort to operate. Exercise is non-optional. While Spaceship U is isolated, there are resupplies available. A small amount of equipment after decontamination can make a big difference. If your ship is lucky enough to have access to a biosphere, be sure to use that
Do a spin
as
as
well. Your exercise station is a vital part of returning better than before, whatever else might happen on this journey. The next station to create is sleep. Unlike exercise,
Right, so let me pause it there, because obviously that's the section we've done. Probably should have waited for the natural progression there. But, oh, got burps now. This is what happens when you do exercise while drinking cider. It's going to balance out like that. But, yeah, let's have a little catch up. Such a good quarantine video. Yep, CPG is amazing. CPG, great. I recommend all you guys join it. There's a great one on Tumbleweed. Like a really, really good one on Tumbleweed. I know it sounds silly, but I played it to Roshbot or Roshface. I always forget which one you are. Roshface. Which one you are. Which is your name. And yeah, he just has great animation, great pacing, and I really enjoy it. I do really enjoy it. So it's go on skin, just go start working out. That's BS. Get fit. I just squirreled in front of a green screen with no equipment. You just squirmed in front of a green screen? Yeah, you don't need things. You've got your body weight. You can do chin-ups. My first bit of workout equipment was a chin-up bar, which weirdly at the time I could easily do like 5 chin-ups, like straight off the bat. I actually have a little post-it note next to it, because the idea was every time I went to my kitchen, I would do 5 chin-ups. And it still sits there saying, have you done your 5? And I've totally not done my 5 in a while. Since I got fatter, it's harder for me to do a pull-up, but I can still do it. And obviously, if I was doing something more like aerial and stuff, like acro or aerial hoop, it becomes fun rather than working out. Either which way, it's still getting active, getting physical. And, it's always good. I am a star boy, thank you very much. Hey, do you know what? Like, this is one of those streams. Like, if you guys do a recommendation, and I like the recommendation, I would totally get it. But anyways, so, we're going to corner off that space for working out. I've got a studio flat. It's not very big. I know it looks all pretty, but it's not huge. But I've managed to make a space that I can just, I can clear it out, and I can set up my workbench, and I can do my press-ups, do my sit-ups. Like, literally, today, I have done 200 sit-ups, or crunches, should I say, as part of my full-body workout. And my abs have started coming back. I actually have a healthy, lean stomach now, and that came from body weight. No equipment required for that one. But it is just about doing that. Oh, Hanko, I'd like to be a star. My form from workout is going to bed, to the bathroom, and back again. Well, at least that's some workout. You're walking. You could do some steps. If you could go up and down the stairs twice. If you've got stairs between your bathroom and your bedroom. Or if you've got stairs not between it, you could go down, come up again. Just add that little bit of extra route, and it will be perfectly fine. And I've got Poos, Streamlabs. If you want to do the Streamlabs things, it's all cool. Otherwise, just skip over them, guys. It's all fine. I need to work out a way to separate them a bit better, because they always get they always get jumbled in together. Apologies for that. How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing good. Jealous. Still a few months away from that belly, but I'm down 20 pounds over the year. So it will happen. Great. I had generally the opposite option. I was really skinny, and I could never put weight on until I hit like 34. When I hit 34, then I could put weight on, and then abused it. And I went from a size 28-inch waist up to like a 36. And then I've brought it back down. I'm about 34 now, but I'm a much more leaner guy. I am currently about 80 kilos, which I need to find out what that is in American. But, I'm sure someone out there can work it out for us. But, it will come. So that's the exercise thing. Get physical. Just that simple physical, whether that be 2 crunches and a press-up, for the first day. And then the next day, you just do another, add one to it. But never compare yourself to someone else. There's an old saying, only compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That's the only person you're in competition with. The only person who you need to compare yourself with is where you were yesterday. And a little bit of a push can give yourself, that extra bit. Whether you can do 5 press-ups one day, and then a week later you can do 8 press-ups, and then you could do, a week later. Take it at your own pace. If you're doing one more rep or one more push from what you did yesterday, you're doing better than you did yesterday. And you add all those things up. I've got a little book, and let me go grab it. So I got this book. Da da da. Come to it. So this and the little "you can do it" on the back. Love you, by the way, Wash. And this book I started on the 14th of May. So you can see it there. First page. 14th of May. I'll just come back out to that one. So I started this book on the 14th of May. And I did, bench press, overhead press, deadlifts, bend over, bicep curl, and a back squat. And I did 8 of them at 30 kilos. Yeah? And, you know, and that's where I started. And that was on the 14th of May, 2020. You know, so you can see it. And it was a Thursday because I was nice enough to add that little bit of information. You know, and as you can see, I've gone through quite a lot. So I am now up to... Okay, so I've done that much of the book. And there's that much left. Yeah? So, and then we got that. So, and that was... And today's was bench press. And I did 4 sets of 7 at 40 kilos. You know, and then I've done crunches. So I did 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. So I did 200. Then did front squats, 4 sets of 7 at 35 kilos. Line French press, I did 4 sets at... Oh, I did 3 sets at 25, and then I dropped it down because it was hurting. It was hurting. Don't push yourself too much. The sausage is back. Yay. I love to have the sausage back. So if something's hurting, like for me, doing the French presses, which is this motion. And when you're doing it lying down or when you're doing it standing up, it struggles me. So while I'm bench pressing like 40 kilos, I'm struggling to do like 25 kilos doing that particular move. So it's not, remember, you're not competing with anyone else. You know, like, yeah, I want to be able to do like all the weights, but I can't, and I'll injure myself. And I have injured myself before by pushing myself too much. So put it back. And yeah, so I've done 402 calories I burnt off today. So that is the list of what I've actually done today. You know, and I did a workout on Monday. I did a workout on Thursday because I missed Wednesday. And I did today's one. And then I'll take the weekend off. You know, or I could do a split, which is like a smaller workout, but I do it 5 days a week. Or a full body workout and do that 3 days a week. So depending on what muscle groups, how I'm feeling, if I'm busy, you know, because you can't just work out all of the time. You've got a life to lead as well. But it really is a case about just getting practical, getting physical, getting active, and it's all good. Hey, do the thing. I like that one. That is good. That's good. Right, so hang on. What did I miss that one? That is amazing. Oh, hang on. Sausage is back. Nice makeup, baby. Oh, thank you. I actually went for the pinks and purples today. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, no, as someone who has been struggling with depression for a long time, it takes effort to convince myself to get up to the bathroom, let alone work out. So this is the thing. It's like, you can make just what you do right now. You could just add one little thing to make it that thing. Like the fact is, there's going to be days when you literally can't even walk to the bathroom. The days when you do it, when you do it, it's going to be a lot better for you. You're going to actually have, and let me just get that playing. Is that playing? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so if you can just add that little bit, because then you're comparing yourself to yesterday. My best thing for depression, and this is my tip, when I'm at my absolute worst with my mental health, with my depression, I make my bed. I know, that's absolutely silly. I just make my bed, because that way, if I achieve nothing in that day, if I literally do absolutely fuck all that day, I can say I made my bed. I got up, I made the bed. Whether I ended up sitting back on top of the covers again afterwards, it's irrelevant. I did that one thing. I achieved one thing that day. And as long as I can achieve one thing a day, I know that next day I can potentially achieve 2 things. You know, I can make my bed and I can put a wash on, you know, or I can do the washing up, or I can feed the cats, or, you know, something along those lines, you know. And before you know it, that one little thing that you did when you didn't think you could do anything, but you could do making your bed. And to me, it's an eyesore. As I said, I've got a small flat. So if anything's out of place, the whole place looks messy. And that's what helped me get through. And when it really was important. And, you know, if you can make it to the bathroom, and make your bed. At the end of the day, if you didn't piss the bed, you painted the bathroom. That's one thing. You've done it. You've achieved that thing. But, you know, it is a struggle. But there are people out there that can help, that can support you. Like, fuck it. Drop a line into my Discord. We've got a page called support. And in the Discord, like, literally, drop a worry in there. And we will actually, like, one of us will come, we'll see it, and we'll go, hey, how you doing? We'll check in on you. Like, share some of the negative things. Sometimes, you know, a problem shared is a problem halved. So you can go, oh, shit, I'm really feeling crap today because of this thing. You can say, dude, it's okay. Tomorrow you can do better. You can get some support, get some emotes going up, get some encouragement. You know, that's the important thing. It's just getting through that shit bit so you can move on to do the better bit. You know, my mind is like overthink and overcomplicate things. See, that's what we're saying is the mind will fuck you. The mind will always fuck you over. But the physical, if you just simplify it, you know, just get up, do it. I often leave my my yoga mat out, and it's an encouragement that I can roll straight out of bed onto my yoga mat. I'm like, my yoga mat's already here. That's the point of having this space. The point of having this space where you go to work out, you know, whatever workout that may be, whether that be weight training, whether that be cardio, whether that be yoga, whether that be, you know, just not sitting in your bed, you know, and you know, mindfully meditating, you know, or whatever it may be. You've got that spot, and that is the point on there. You know, but there's lots of apps, there's lots of things that can encourage you on your phone. YouTube, Yoga with Adrian is a thing that I often send people to when they want to start yoga. So, you know, and it's a good thing, and you'll feel better. Genuinely, I promise you, you will feel better. You know, and it's the best advice I can give to anyone. I found a small 20-minute workout with an app guiding me through. Yeah, look, Rosh is saying a beautiful thing that works really well, and I know it works really well for her. Makes me curious if I could pull off eyeshadow. If I can pull off eyeshadow, you can pull off eyeshadow. I promise you that. I promise you that. You can do it. Right, so I got Fitbit, try it. It's amazing how small things help. Yeah, no, totally. Anyways, let's crack on. So let's do this, right? And we're gonna go back to there, slide over, and
it's not simple to just lie down and 1, 2, 3, sleep. So to help this process, you create and respect, even sanctify, the sleep station boundaries as where you go to sleep only. If you use the sleep station to keep up with social media or watch stuff or eat or all at once, you degrade the station, degrade your ability to sleep, degrade mission success. Maintaining hygiene out here is important, and the hygiene of the stations is part of that, with sleep hygiene often the most difficult. Even if you respect the area, your brain may chatter away, not cooperating. You can distract it with a sleepy novel or maybe a sleepy listen, but if it does not yield within 30 minutes, leave. Try again later. This is where you go to sleep, not to linger worrying about how you can't. It will be hard at first, but like exercise, the more you do only the sanctified activity within the sanctified borders, the more the sanctified station can help you accomplish what you want, and you must get a handle on sleep. Without the constraints of Earth, you will drift into a random sleep schedule, which will make it harder to sleep, which drains the core, which makes everything else harder. Keep your sleep connected to Earth with an alarm for getting up. Again, bitter medicine, but out here, you must create your own structure to accomplish the mission. And you can set the alarm for whatever feels right. It is the consistent waking time that matters, that acts as the psychological anchor point across the coming days. Your mission clock now has a start time with sleep and exercise, but that leaves a lot of open hours. What to do?
Yeah, let's pause that there. So basically, one of the things that I do actually say to a lot of people is keep your schedule. Keep your schedule. One thing, as someone who's hyperactive, someone who has, I would have ADHD if I would have been born 10 years later. I would have been cataloged, but I got cataloged with with hyperactivity. So I would sleep literally 2 hours a night, and that they said I would grow out of it. That's what they told my mum and dad. I was still doing it when I was 16. I was still practically doing it when I was 19. And unless I was, and basically I would stay up all night. I would have 2 hours sleep, and then once a month I would crash for an entire day. And my parents would often remind me of this. I would crash for an entire day. Satan could not have woken me up. You could have had 2 nuclear wars, and I still would have slept. I slept through, at one of my children's homes, I slept through a fire alarm, the fire brigade coming, the entire house getting evacuated with like 20-odd kids and all of the carers. And I was still upstairs asleep. They forgot me, bastards, but they forgot me nevertheless. And I slept through the whole thing. You know, I just came down to go get my cereal and found the place was empty. I ended up walking out the front door with a bowl of cereal in one hand. You know, like great caring there. But hey, it is what it is. But, and now you're 20. Yeah, totally 20. Right, so, and it is really important, as they were saying, the routines, the schedules are good. And as you said, you can change it to suit your body clock. Like, until I started dating my partner, I was crap at sleeping, you know, and especially scheduled. But because she had to get up early every day, she had to be up at like 5:30 every day to go to school where she worked. Then I got into the habit of getting up early because I would drive her up. I would drive her to work and drop her off when I stayed at her place. And it got me into the habit of going to bed earlier. And suddenly, going to bed earlier, getting up earlier, I had so much of my day to do. I you know, even though I was unemployed at the time, actually I was a photographer, but I just wasn't getting any gigs. You know, it allowed me to keep that routine going. And I found out my mental health was so much better. I was so much more grounded. Discussions and conversations about difficult things were a lot easier. You know, my mental health got better. My depression got better. She's also a feeder, which helps because she makes amazing food. So my food schedule and my sleeping schedule got really good, really sorted out very well. And, you know, thank you so much for that, Rush, by the way. So massive appreciations there. But, anyways, what we got? I keep forgetting to take my meds. Damn it. Well, do you know what? Set an alarm. I remember a former partner, when she started taking birth control, I had an alarm on my phone. On my phone, at 10 o'clock every night, it used to go off and say, little man. And yeah, that would be my reminder to then remind her. Because she would often forget. But I would have that little alarm to remind me to then remind her. So that's a good little thing to add. Second day in a row. Okay, that's not so good. But it's one way of weaning yourself off of them, if that's the case. It was so annoying at the time, but when my dog was a puppy, she conditioned me to wake up 8 a.m. every day. Thankful now. See, that's a good thing. That routine does help. Is there music playing? No, it's not playing. I'll just get up, going back again. And yeah, so that's routine again. Once again, routine getting us into habit. Humans are creatures of habit. And if you can get that routine going, that sleep schedule, amazing. To go into the next thing. Yeah, see? Thanks, Bill. Yeah, so puppies are good. Puppies are good for that. Puppies are good for everything. More puppies in the world. Definitely more puppies in the world. Right, so when I finally catch up. Yeah, the makeup adds a few years, so now you look in your early 20s. Morning, by the way. Good morning, Mr. B. How is it going, my friend? I hope you're doing great. Also, morning? You're later than I am. You know? But hey, been on them for so long that waning would be talking about the therapist first. Do you know what? I went through therapy of the raving every weekend, taking good drugs with my friends and having come downs. And that was my therapy, going through a lot of stuff. And for honestly, if I didn't have that, I would have been on a lot more medication, I do believe, at this point. There's always morning somewhere. It's always morning somewhere, I believe is the correct English term, but it might be different in Toysland. Or Tyskland. That's what we call Germany in Swedish. This has been some great discussions, and whoop, nice. I like the good vibes. Oh, hello, Grandmaster. Or, you know, I don't know. Call you Marv, call you Grandmaster. I actually like the Grandmaster. I know is the character, but I like having you as like a sensei. I like that. I've got this mental idea of it for some bizarre reason. I got to go ready for work out stream. Go, do the thing. And guys, if you're interested and you want to follow, do follow FitBill, because they do some great screams. Right, hang on, great screams. And we're going. Right, so I'll drop that in there. So do go drop a follow, and you know, enjoy it, appreciate, see that everything and anything is possible. But never do two drugs beyond when I want to try them once. Hey, I did them a lot when I was growing up. I don't regret any of them. I never had a problem with anything other than tobacco. Tobacco was the only thing I ever had trouble with. But yeah, so where's we up to? We were up to the sleep schedule and the sanctity, and this is what's important. I don't spend much time in my bed. I get out of it as quickly as possible because I do know, it's like he said, if I start the day, I got my phone in my hand, I go onto YouTube, you know, or go onto Twitch, or go onto Instagram. Granted, I've stayed off of most social media of late. I generally just use it for promotion. But if I start the day in bed and I don't get up very quickly, that's always a bad day. I know I'm not doing great mentally if I don't get out of bed straight away. And that's because it's a time suck. So get out of bed. That's my advice. Get out of bed as quickly as possible. If you're not sleeping or fucking, get out of bed. You know, it's my number one tip for mental health is if you can get yourself out of a space into a new space, you know, because I get out and I will go and have a shower, you know, and then I'm wet and naked. So then I'm cold. So I need to get dressed. And when I get dressed, I see that, oh shit, you know, there's yesterday's boxes on the floor. Okay, I need to put those away. That encourages you to tidy up. Or encourages you to put a wash on, you know. So each one leads to the next one, you know, naturally, and you have that progression. You have that drive to go and do the next one. That's what we got. Drugs. This as well. I don't think words are my thing today. Well, bring them. Bring all the good words. Bring all the silly words as well, because I like the conversation nevertheless. So let's crack back on. So we've got kickstart your mental health by doing something physical. And you have your section for working out. Then you have your sleep section, and that's for sleeping or fucking. I will say definitely if you're gonna have sex or that kind of thing, and you like to do that thing in the bed, definitely do that in that section. I strongly like other places as well, but I'm saying you can do that thing as well. So I'm not gonna be as draconial on that person. Draconial. I think that's a word. Anyways, let's crack back on.
Well, you're probably watching this from your default station, Couch, which comes pre-installed on all vessels. It's pretty comfy, and NetMe 2 Plus does have a tetratrillion hours of streaming video, much of which is amazing. And you do have a lot of
wet
time.
naked.
But
I like that. I want to see it.
But you will burn through the list of things you truly enjoy surprisingly fast. The stream of streaming looks infinite, but it isn't, and getting to the effective end of things worth watching is a mixed achievement get. You'll then have stuff just on, half watching, slumping down, not really paying attention, perhaps along with some games that can easily eat into the hours and hide the current state of the core, such that you don't notice.
I still really want to get a Switch. It's on my list. If you guys want to donate, it's up there. Oh no, it's up there. Ah, there we are. Right up there, right in the corner. I am putting some money aside for a Switch at some point. But hey, subtle hints. Anyways, crack on.
Until too late, you've started to drift. Couch contains twin dangers. This lapse into lethargy, along with the amping of anxiety. When things are bad on Earth, it's natural to want to follow every development, every detail, which can descend into a self-irradiation with novel anxieties and angers over that which you cannot affect.
Yeah, don't completely forget the whole politics, social, civil war, Donald Trump, Tories, Labour. Yeah, don't forget all of that was happening during the pandemic, which exacerbated so many things. Like seriously, and exacerbated is one of my favorite words. I do like it. And just on the off chance to make things worse. But yeah, don't underestimate that media can exacerbate any situation and make it worse. Remember, if it bleeds, it leads. That's a term that journalists use. As someone who has studied photojournalism, I can tell you definitely, if they can scare you, they'll keep you on the platform for longer. That is a trick that they use.
This unactionable agitation debaselines the brain and drains the core. Look around you. This is your actionable environment. So take action from Couch, tidy it, and sanctify the boundaries of a new.
So there we go. We've got 3 boundaries. We can see that on this side, we have the workout section. Down here, we've got the couch section. And over here, we do have the sleep section. So we can separate these things. Even in my tiny little flat, yeah, tiny studio flat, it's literally like, what was it, like 10 feet by 10 feet, and then an alcove, and then like that kitchen. But anyways, the rest of it, small space. You can do this. You can section the places off and say, okay, here, I'm doing this. Here, I'm only doing this. Here, I'm only doing this. All of a sudden, you've got nice, clean sections, and it just keeps your mental health balanced and good. Yeah, exacerbate sounds too similar to masturbation. That has to be with a German ear. That has to be. Exacerbate, masturbate. Masturbate, if you take off the Asian, you're good on that. But either which way, good words. I like good words.
Recreation station, where you will engage with entertainment you enjoy when actually giving it your full attention, or fun that's really fun, or leisure where you feel better for having done it. This is also a good spot to have communicator coffee chats. Not quite the same as the real thing, but palliative, and others in their ships are more open to them than you might expect. When it's recreation time, see who is around. This station should be a refreshing place, but it does have a tendency to become a bit bleh and spread out more than the others if left
We all know this
unchecked.
one.
So
Every
while
one of
with
us
sleep,
knows
you
this
want
one.
to schedule consistent time. With exercise, you need to make sure you're spending a minimum of time. With recreation, keep an eye on the maximum and the quality of time. Now, taking action within your radius brings us to the final station, creation. Before discussing the inside of this border, recognize you've already done creation outside, creating the environment around yourself to be useful to yourself, starting a feedback loop where you affect the environment positively and the environment positively affects you.
So you're going to have this feedback loop. This is what basically saying. You know, once you've started doing some of those things, you'll instantly feel better. Like, trust me, the gym book is something that allowed me to get out of a lot of things, because every time I was feeling down or lost or whatnot, I would have found out that I hadn't worked out in a couple of days. You know, whether that be through injury, whether that be through being busy, not being mentally there. I just basically said, okay, cancel everything, like not do anything until I've done that workout. Not until I have done that thing that helps me. Like washing up is something that helps me. And I will often do washing up when I'm stressed. It's a great way, like just scrubbing those pans. Great way of venting stress, excess energy, anger, frustration. You know, you can put all of these things into your washing up. Warning, you may break some glasses, but sometimes that's a good thing. But once you've done the washing up, you see the clean side. You've got your washing up done. There's no bad pile. There's no pile in. It's all pile out. You've achieved something. That physicality has helped your mental state. Even that one little fraction, could be the difference between and I can do this thing. You know, that, and seriously, that physicality, and I keep bringing it back to that physicality. That physicality is what kickstarts the brain, and it keeps that going to make sure you can continue. You know, so let's keep doing it. IKEA glasses for breaking. Do you know what? Get yourself the tumbler glasses from IKEA. They are like literally, I can throw them around. I can do some flaring with them. I've only ever broke one once, and that was when I was saying how unbreakable they were. And ironically, I broke one of them with another one of them. Those guys are your friend. Yeah.
So while Creation Station will have borders like the others, the ultimate scope of your potential creation is everything you have the power to affect, which includes yourself. It is here where, through work, you can create things humans value, through study and research knowledge, through practice, skills. Depending on what your Earth work is, you might be able to continue that up here. If so, you're remotely helping keep the wheels of the world turning by creating or doing what others value. If a student, continue learning and expanding and demonstrating your ability to accomplish what is required, creating and proving your future self. But if your work or studies can't be done in isolation, you're still going to create something. You have all the hours you need to pursue new skills, to become better at something than you were before, which is how this station keeps the mental half of the core in top shape. This station will be the most different depending on who you are and what you want to do or achieve. Crafts are creation, coding is creation, so is cooking. This station is up to you, which can be a bit daunting, but one suggestion. In a funny way, this station is like sleep. 1, 2, 3, work doesn't work. So just like sleep, keep this station especially hygienic, clear of everything except what to focus on, crossing the border only to create, not to consume. Do not watch NetMe2 Plus here. You have a place for that. If you're too tempted, get up and leave. That's okay. It's better to be honest and keep the borders strict. Don't.
So there we go. A little bit of self-reliance, self-responsibility. If you're going to be doing the bad thing in a different section, go to the other section. Like literally, like if you're going to sit down and watch Netflix, don't do it in bed. That's what I'm guilty of. I'm still, to this day, I started this morning, with watching a YouTube video, and I found out what I was doing. And then I was like, do you know what? I'm going to cast this video to my TV, and I'm going to get out of bed. And that's what I did. I got out of bed, and I felt myself was there, so I did the gym, and that helped me massively. So, but that section there is all about you as a person, whether that be, like the other day, I decided to do some photo editing. I had to get used to using Windows instead of a Mac, but it worked well for me, and I was able to actually create some nice ones and included some beautiful pictures of a puppy, which you can find on the Discord server, I might add.
Even consume food during creation. Go when you need that break, return when you're ready. Like with sleep, this doesn't happen instantly, so allow yourself to be a bit bored at the start before slipping into it. So, these are the 4 stations of the ship. Make them feel like truly different spaces. Then, as the only crew, maintain the stations, and the stations will maintain you. Each spaceship you is different, and figuring out how to best run it over the course of the day, the week, or longer isn't easy. At times, you will fail, and things will get worse. That happens. But there's no point in berating yourself. There is only one thing to do. Keep the core spinning. Complete the mission. Come back better than before. See you on Earth, Captain.
There we go, guys. So that is the first video. That's the first bit of thing that I wanted to share with you guys. It's something that was super, super duper important to me, and it helped. It helped more than I can even really say, because it truly, truly, truly did get my ass out of gear. It got me working out. It got me mentally preparing and seeing where the flaws are. So, Starship Me. So I'm gonna put a link to that video in the chat, so you guys can copy it out from there, paste it, save it, favorite it, like it, do whatever it is that you want to do with it. But that is that. So that is beautiful. And anyways, so like Mr. B was saying, in the process of making a creation station, and he's also started working out every other day. This is how you start doing these things. I started this, and that was before I started streaming. Like, I can go to, because I know I started streaming in September. So, I can probably go to around about September and see where I was at. Right, so, where's that? So, the 8th of September. I missed a day. Shit. I've literally got missed day. Shit. Written down. So I can see, where I was. And I don't think if I wasn't following the advice and following the plans and stuff, that maybe I would have never started streaming. And streaming was something that allowed me to get the job that I ended up getting. And granted, it was a short-term gig. I knew that when I started, but it was something that actually massively helped me out and allowed me to slowly get a bit better each day. I got better. And it really is something that, you can do. You are in control of that bit. And you'll find that physicality, no matter, as I said, if it's a big thing, if it's a little thing, if it's, let me bring that back down again. Yeah, hopefully something like that will help you guys. And it's a great place to start. Like, I want today to be a conversation. Whether that be about mental health, whether that be about sex, whether that be about polyamory, whether that be about the LGBT community, whether that be gaming, wrestling, photography, video, streaming, life, like everything. I want this space to be open. Like, I am literally actively trying to create an anti-echo chamber. That's my point. I want people from all walks of life, with all views, all ideas, to discuss, to come up with ideas, because cherry pick the things that work for you. Like, things that work for you personally, keep that shit. And my strong belief is, if it feels good and you're not hurting anyone, do it. And that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of things currently that are very much one-sided, or very much, only viewed as such a thing. Everything has nuance. Life is nuance. What works for you may not work for the next person, and that's why life is such a beautiful thing. So find the thing that works for you. Get excited about it. For me, streaming was something that I grabbed onto and started loving. And it made me save up and get a new PC. It made me get more into thinking. It gave me the idea to make my emotes and to get my photography equipment out and make a nice set and a nice scene that you see in the background. it forced me to paint my flat. I literally repainted and redesigned my whole flat so it would look more pleasing, on a budget. With, I spent a weekend, and I called it the boy weekend, is what the girls called it, or what I called it. Oh, in which way? I didn't see it. I didn't see the girls. I literally booked this weekend off, and I worked solid for this entire weekend, and I was painting, and I was sanding, and I was filling holes, and I was re-drilling, and I was doing all of the good man things, But it's something that really helped me mentally. It really helped me physically. When I wake up and I see the walls, I did that. I achieved that. I physically made a thing that I like. Like, you look at the wall behind me now. Don't judge me by that wire, by the way. That wire is bugging me. I will be redoing that. But the fact is you can see that, like the cabinet there, which holds my consoles. I've got a little wire that runs down, all the way down here, so it goes to my computers. So I've got, my consoles there. I've got my Star Wars shelf. So I've got my little Stormtrooper, my Chewbacca. Above it, you've got my blades, my juggling blades. I've got a Batman lamp. I've got loads of little things there that I've put together, that I've made. And that was an ugly, holy wall before I started it. So, anyways, let's have a little look, catch up on what's going on. Ben's back. Nice to see. Right, so what's that? On the streaming topic, I'm going to try streaming, but I have no idea how to set things up. Okay, so, let's transition. Let's transition into streaming, because I knew this was a thing. Ben's also back, and Ben, someone I've been giving some advice about streaming techniques. Or not streaming techniques, but streaming ideas, So that is a great changeover. I went to go get a snack. Good, hopefully you love it. Demi, it depends on what you like to stream. Games need a different setup compared to crafts and cooking. Okay, Mr. B, you've decided on a great way of doing this. Okay, so, first of all, the thing that everyone gets confused about when it comes to streaming, and this isn't something unique to streaming. This is the same as YouTube. It's the same as having a page on Facebook. You need content. First and foremost, on the internet, you're going to need content. Now, if you're going to be, as you said, arts and crafts, that's your content. If it's gaming, that's your content. You just need a way to show your personality showing that content. Now, whether that be in skill through editing, whether that be a personality that you project, whether that be the type of gaming, like maybe you're going for the skill, like ultra skilled gaming. That's your niche, that's your content. Whether it be like me, for example, is, I'm a lifelong gamer. I'm not amazing at anything. I'm a great all-rounder, but people come to, the small community that I have and that I'm slowly building is mostly because I'm having a laugh, I'm having a giggle. It's the personality that comes out, and I'm gaming, so that's just basically what comes. You just need to work on, first of all, what it is you want to make. Like, if you just want to stream, that's... it's a decision, but it's not the best way to go about it. Like, if you've got somebody say, hey, do you know what, I want to share this, whether that thing be the thing you want to share, like, your arts and crafts, whether that be, I want to share my personality because I think I've got something to give. That's your content, that's your thing. And as soon as you've made that decision, that will then line up the equipment you need to do it. So, obviously, we're waiting to find out what it is that you are after. You need something you want to show the world. Precisely. Mr. B, thank you so much for that. It's almost like you're reading my mind, But, yeah, so the first thing you're going to need, outside of the content, is, how are you going to broadcast it? When I very first started, streaming. Hang on, there we go. Actually, the message guy. Gaming would be a thing. I game pretty much every day. Okay, so gaming. Right, so first and foremost, PC or console would be the first question. Because you can literally start streaming the way I started streaming, and that was my PlayStation, press the share button, hook it up to Twitch, start. That's literally where I started. If you could see my very first stream, I was streaming South Park: The Fractured Butthole. And I was streaming it without a camera because I didn't have a PlayStation 4 camera. And I was sitting there umming and ahhing between how I was going to do it. And I was looking up PlayStation 4 cameras. And the fact is I had feasibly, I've got like 4 or 5 cameras that I can film with. Most of them aren't great. One of them was almost perfect for it, and that was the camera I'm using right now, which is the M50. But because I was a photographer, I already had these things. So instead of getting a camera for my PS4, I thought, well, I could get a kit and plug it into my Mac. And that's all I had at the time. It was a MacBook Pro, 2015 MacBook Pro. And yeah, I basically bought a kit, which I believe I have posted it on the Discord, in the new gear section. I probably should do a thing on streaming. But yeah, in the new gear section, there was a kit I bought. It had a mic, it had a webcam, and it had a capture card. And I got it for 20 quid, which is a bit random because everywhere I've seen it, it's like 70 odd quid. And then the actual recommended retail price was like 150, 170 quid, which I thought was odd. I don't know how I got it that price, but you know, it is what it is. And I still have one of those things. Like, hang on, let me go where we at. So this is the webcam I got. This is the webcam that came with the £20 setup. As you can see, it projects my face. You can see my face. It's not the best quality. I'm massively overexposed, like hugely overexposed. But it's where I started, you know, and you know, all I needed was a light to do the thing. Let me switch back because that is really ugly. So my lights are set up for this, and yeah, basically you could start with just that, just capturing that content and putting it into your computer. In my case, it was a MacBook Pro. Turns out MacBook Pros aren't great for this kind of stuff, so I ended up getting a PC. And a friend of mine was getting rid of their PC. I just needed to buy a hard drive and a capture card. Oh, sorry, a hard drive and a graphics card for it. And there was a little stepping stone. So I was on there for a wee while. Actually, no, tell a lie. I actually borrowed my girlfriend's laptop for a while. She had just bought a 700 quick laptop. 1 or 2 less decibels. Sorry about that. Oh shit, it's full. That should not be up there. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so I borrowed my girlfriend's laptop. It was a gaming laptop. It was like £700-900, whatever it was. Expensive for a laptop, in my opinion, anyways, for a PC laptop, because obviously I was used to MacBooks. And yeah, I switched that around and I started with that. And then I just got a bit better. I learned some OBS. I went for OBS Classic, which is just OBS. I did start with Twitch OBS, I think it was. And yeah, it was okay, but it was too much for my MacBook. So I ended up migrating to OBS and I learned that. And this is what I do on here. And it's allowed me to do all these crazy transitions. It allows me to add the effects as I want. I can see all the background. You can see the little things. Each thing became a bit more trickier. Like adding, like, believe it or not, that section up there, the showing you what tracks I'm listening to, that was an absolute bitch to sort out. But there's tutorials on YouTube for practically everything. You know, you can find practically anything for education on YouTube. Finding the right content, the right people to teach you is the next step. But then you'll go from there. You'll slowly build up. You'll learn how to do a Zinger transition or how to, you know, add it. I got mine. The Zinger transition you just saw was a free one. It still is a free one. It came with a massive set, and then I migrated from there over to this transition, which was just a nice little move one, which I actually like. It's a lot cleaner. I like to have a really clean look because I mix it up a bit. I try different things, but that was really the the big amount for me. It was literally just, you know, learn a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. Dedicate some time and you will get it. Kitty, hang on, where Kitty? Did I have a kitty? That's odd. I saw one of them get down off the bed. I didn't see what else was going on. Yeah, maybe put it in the background. Anyways, where was I at? Teacher Skin's in the house. I try. I do try, Ben. But you know, I'm just trying to share the things that I learned, because obviously I've watched hours and hours and hours of content, and I've taken, once again, I've cherry-picked the things I like, and I've taken it on board. And I try to store the things I didn't like in the back of my head. So if I ever get that idea and, hey, I want to do that thing, I try to remember where the hell I saw it, which is difficult when you're doing all these things. So, but it is what it is. Jumped from the bed, yes. Oh, did you see it in the mirror? Yes, you saw it in the mirror getting down off the bed. See, I told you, you can see my bed over there. You know, literally, my bed is literally just there. You can see the cabinet that I built there, and the fact that my bed's up high. It's always funny when that happens. Ha! But yeah, you will pick up. You will learn. If you're doing it from your console, you'll get a capture card. It's a lot easier to do PC gaming because you can do all of that without a capture card. But depending on what you want, I love the controls. Like the controls I have for my PlayStation, my Xbox, are a lot better than the cheap controller that I got for my my PC. That's probably because my controller is like 50 odd quid for a PlayStation, and this controller I got here was like £14, and it drifts like a motherfucker. But you get what you pay for. That being said, there's a lot of people that use the term buy cheap, buy twice, and they say that as a negative. You know, and I completely disagree with that as a negative. I like the idea of buying something cheap. See if I enjoy it. See if I use it, especially in photography equipment. Because photography equipment is so expensive. There's something called a Gary Wong sphere, and I won't bore you with the details. It's something that makes light softer, which basically equals better. And the Gary Wong sphere was 190 odd pounds for this thing that sat on top of your flash and made light softer, aka made light better. And I ended up buying a cheap Chinese knockoff for 20 quid. And I used it for about 6 months. Forced myself to use it for 5 months of that. I was really excited about it for the first month. But I found out that I didn't like it. It wasn't great. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. And I saved myself £170 by buying cheap. That being said, there's lots of little things that I've bought that I've gone, this was really cheap. I really used it. I really did it. This microphone was 15 quid. I've loved it. I've used it tons. But now I know, like when I go to buy, when it does eventually break, I know the kind of thing that I want to get. And I've got an idea. I've got a setup. I've used it. So when it does come, I will invest. I will get a proper mic setup. And that is the first thing I intend to buy when I make enough money, is to buy part of a new sound system. The whole sound system needs to be changed. The sound box is the biggest one. I need to get rid of that and buy a new one. Hey there, Nick. Just seen you pop in, man. How is it going, my friend? What did you take from my streams? I took the jovial attitude. I took the content. I took lots of little details from yours, actually. The way you're so chilled and relaxed. You know, I do want to get a Cyber as a Wanker audio sound, just in honor of you. For the people that do not know, when Nick is streaming, you can go to his stream and you can do ! Cyber, and a few seconds later you'll get an audio clip that just goes Cyber is a Wanker. For the guys that don't know, Cyber is one of his regular viewers, often takes part in quite a few of his streams as well, actually, from what I've seen, and is an absolute darling. And yeah, so it's banter, but that is a cool little technique, and I'm gonna eventually steal that off of you. So thank you for that one, Nick. Looks cool. Hey Beth, how's it going? How are you doing? I have my new PC, luckily, planning on getting a cam for it. Well, unfortunately, and this sounds weird being a photographer, I can't give you much help with that. I really discovered this the other day. We are doing a stream, we was having a chat with a couple of the guys, including Ben, who is in the chat. And I realized I don't know fuck all about webcams. I can tell you about Canon cameras. I can tell you about cameras as a photographer. But I'm so out of the loop. You know, I just took what I had. This camera is amazing for this purpose. It's not the best camera for a professional photographer. I literally bought it to have a little carry round, like the one that wasn't taken up like a Pelican case, one I could go on holiday with and just put on whatever I wanted. And it works great for this one. So I'm liking that. Cheers, Ben, for the lurk. And right, so we got, yeah, you will buy twice if you buy cheap, but you should always buy according to your abilities. Your skills will improve with the cheap equipment, and you'll know what to look for and what to avoid. I think I killed Cyber in Among Us once. I think you might have, actually. Would have been fun, though. But yeah, no, Mr. B, once again, is completely correct there. The beauty of buying cheap, buying twice, is the fact you will know what to get. It's also the limitations, and this is something I learned with my photography. I started off... Oh, there was a follow there. Hey there, what's that? Green Jedi. Oh my god, we have a Jedi in the house. Star Wars fans in the house. Woo, woo, woo. Don't make me get my lightsaber. It's over there. But, yeah. I would buy the cheap version of something, the limitations. And I will use that lens. I will use that light. I will use that modifier. Find out every single way that I could use that thing and what it did and its limitations. And it made me a better photographer. It made me better at what I did. And currently my beard is getting in my mouth. It's really starting to piss me off. And yeah, it's nice that happens. Yeah. You know a lot about webcams. Hang on. Do I know this Green Jedi? I'm curious if this Green Jedi, if it's... Oh, the green is making me think of a certain someone. I do wonder. But Pornhub sound had me confused for a second. Hey! That's the exact reason why I use that clip. Every time someone follows, we hear the Pornhub soundtrack, and it makes me giggle every time. It does make me giggle. No kink shaming on this place. No kink shaming at all. Once again, if it feels good and you're not hurting anyone, I fully support it. Right. So, yeah, I know very little about webcams. Proper cameras, I do know a bit more about, but I'm very limited because I've been out of the world. It's been like 2-3 years since I got this camera, and when I'm not in the hunt for a new camera, I stop watching things. I stop looking things up because I'll get tempted. It's just the way things are. Right, Skins, I'm going to send you a few photos on Discord. Could you tell me what you think of it later? Yeah, no, totally. I will happily give critiques, give good reviews. So yeah, so we've got your ideas. So basically, if you're going to be streaming from a console, from a PC, you know, you just need a simple setup. Start off with the very basics. Ask your friends. Ask the people that you've met. If you've already made a community, you know, you've joined a community like Demi. You're a fully fledged member of my community. Feel absolutely free to come by to ask me any questions you want. You know, or the guys, or also the other guys in the chat, the other people that you follow. Most of us are very loving, very giving people, and we will happily teach you, happily show you the things that we've learned, and to make you better, because you getting better. It's not even the fact that it helps us out. It's just helping someone is a nice feeling, and I think we should reward nice things. Like for such a long time, it's like, you know, you get rewards for screwing people over, generally out of money. But I want to emphasize positive reinforcement. Like helping people makes me feel good. In polyamory, we have a term called compersion, and compersion literally means seeing someone else happy gives us pleasure. You know, like when I see my girlfriend with her girlfriend, and I see like the love and the affection, you know, that they get. Now, and I'm not saying like some sexual intimate thing. That's not my bag in that context. But when I see just a hug and you see that transfer of love and compassion and energy and happiness, it gives me a buzz. It makes me feel like $1 million or pounds because it's worth more. And yeah, no, I try to do that. So to help you, to see you become a streamer, become a successful streamer, you getting your affiliate, you know, eventually, you know, hopefully I make partner. And when that day comes and I can actually, you know, bring up the people that I came up with, because there's loads of people that are above me that have helped me out, that have raided me, that have sent me a follow or a like, that have got involved with my streams. Like Nick, for example. Nick's been a massive support in my stuff. And you know, I will always sort of support him, and I'll always send my fans, can help. Wrong word. Euros are greater than pounds? When did the euros become greater than pounds? I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I've sent my Viking Raiders out there. But how do you spell that? Hang on, what? Mil euros, let's go. Hang on, what did I fuck up on the spelling? Right, hang on. Skins, I'm going to send... Oh, no, I said the one. Yeah, no worries, Ben. You know that's all good. A few streamers I know recommended Ruby. Oh, hello. Is that another one? Was that Kevin Whippaloo? Whip-a-loo. Kevin. Welcome, Kevin. What have you been doing to lose? I do wonder. I hope they consented. That's the only thing. All up for whipping the loos. Whip it good. What have I got? Is it Seymour Skinners? No, what's his face? Oh, Mr. Burns's, Smithers. Oh, Smithers, you are really good at turning me on. Why did I get images from that about? Aye. You right there, Kevin? How is it going, mate? I hope you're doing good, my friend. Right, so what we got? I was catching up on that one. I know recommended Ruby for a second-hand camera. According to them, they usually are still in very good condition. Ruby. Rebels. Do you mean Rebels? Canon Rebels. I think you might mean. Don't lie, you forgot me when you get famous. Hey, I've got a certain good memory. A certain good memory. But no, not at all, and not in the least. You know, Nick was, I remember very early on, I was chatting with Nick about something, and I wanted to, I saw what, he had a little thing in his Discord, and I just asked him to, like, you know, point me in a direction of a website. And he actually called me up, and we had a Discord. We sat on the Discord, chat, off stream, talking about, and did several tests. Unfortunately, we didn't get it working, but that little step, that little, like, I'm going to help this person out, made me feel like, oh my God, I want to do this as well. And it's something I naturally do, but I've been scarred in the past. Like learning photography, for example. Lots of photographers keep their secrets to themselves. I was never like that. It was hard for me to learn the, specifically raving photography. Because in the rave world, it's like the hardest place to learn because the lights are all over the place. Everyone starts photography outside with natural light. I didn't. I started photography in a nightclub, in a rave with no fucking light. And we had to learn flashes and flash powers and consistencies, shutter speeds, the whole works. And I had to learn the hard way with lots of failure, but I made my name. I made a success of myself in that world. And I did good rave photography back in that day. It's not nothing that ever really made me that much money, but it's something I enjoyed. I got into lots of clubs for free, but then I worked, and then I worked after the rave. But the fact is I want to pass on my knowledge. I want to pass on what I've learned. And Nick, really early on, did that for me. And I'm not sure if I did a shout out. So guys, if you can and want to, do, right, where's Nick gone? There he is. Do check out Nick's stuff. Loads of fun. Old school gamer, especially if you like Sega. A bit of a game collector. I think he may be hoarding slightly, but amazing guy. Definitely drop him a follow. And it'd be like a huge appreciation. So, right, so where are we going? Right, so how do you spell that? And that was Rebel. Let me know, Mr. B, if that was Rebel is what you're after. Right, so what is going on, Nick? How did you find us? Who, like, did you come in with someone else? Or did you pop in? Did you say hello? Did someone go, oi, check this guy out? Or did you just randomly go, hey, there's a bald bearded guy on Just Chatting and it doesn't contain boobs. Maybe I'll check out that guy. Let's find out, I guess. Oh man, that's dyslexia. Rebuy. I don't know. You forgot. No, I read that one. Right, dyslexia is my fun thing. All the dyslexic people. Can I get everyone who has dyslexia to drop an emote in the chat? Yeah. I'm curious to see how many people in the chat have dyslexia, because I'm with you guys. I am with you guys. There's my emote, and I'm gonna add that. Right. So where do we go? So rebuy. See, I want to know, Mr. B. Wait, there you are. Okay. So it seems like the rebuy they mean is a German site. Generally, buying cameras secondhand is the main thing to take away. Okay. Hey, we've already got some emotes coming through. This is always nice. Nice to see my link. And yeah, no. So if it's a rebuy, if it's a website, kind of like just rebuying content, then yeah, I'll take off it. I thought you were talking about Rebels. This is my dyslexic brain. Because a series of the Canon lineup in America were called Rebels. In England, they were like the 350D, the 450D, the 550D, several of the other ones. I can't remember all of them because I went straight to the 7D. But there was a whole series called the Rebels, and I thought you were trying to write Rebels, and then your dyslexia or your English, whichever. At the end of the day, look, my Swedish is terrible. Like, I can speak a bit, but my spelling is god awful. I can't spell 90% of the words that I can say in Swedish. Then again, I can spell probably about 60% of the words I can speak in English. So, hey, that's just saying that. Out of all of my issues, dyslexia is not one of them. See? You're doing better than me on that one. Cheers. So we'll come to you. Speak Swedish now then. Vad kan jag säga? Jag heter Skins. I was about to say it. Talk French then. Je habite i London. Jag ligger på London. Jag är 36. Jag står på Stockholm. Min flickvän är Sverige. Det är från Skåne. Jag lever på Stockholm på 2 öl. Min svenska är inte bra. Min svenska sucks. Men, jag älskar mycket people. All over Sverige. Till Tyskland. Till Storbritannien. Ja. Håll käften. Hey, allihopa. Okay, there's my Swedish done. Right, so we got to speak Swedish then now. See, there you go. Right, I'm running out of beer. So, nice. I like that. Right, I heard Stockholm and Svenska. That works. Hey, there we go. Another follower. Hang on, guys. I've just remembered something. All right, so who is that? Is that Paul? What have we got? Paul Will. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Paul. Welcome. And we've got Metz. Whoa. Metz the Alfbetha. Right, Melts. Please do come. Got right, so what have we got? That's actually cider. This is cider. It's a Thatcher's Gold. Ooh. There we go again. Another follower. Wow. Oh no, that's just the second one. Thank you so much for that. Massive appreciations. And welcome to the MSC. Right, held a message for reasons identical and but also more. Try. What for the love of faggotry is this? Interesting word with the faggotry, though. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Make yourself known, dude. You can always pop in. You don't need to drop policitives. Plaucitives. There's a word in there somewhere. A good word, hopefully. But yeah, welcome. Even with your slightly, homophobic terms. But then again, it could just be your years. I know there's a whole selection of people that call people fags for the loads. I don't know. I'm English. We don't use fag unless we're talking about cigarettes. So yeah, do that. Expositive is the word you're looking for. Thank you. Massive appreciation. Weird enough, we're literally talking about dyslexia and the joy of words and the lack of ability to spell them. In this case, my lack of ability to pronounce them. But that's a good word. I need to not only learn it, I need to memorize it and learn how to pronounce it correctly. But yeah. So what are we doing here? Today is the second just chatting stream that I've done. I'm a variety streamer. I normally do gaming or drawing, occasionally some juggling or some poi. And yeah, we just have a laugh. But today is just chatting, hang out, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Drop a subject in, see if we want to chat about it. We are currently talking about dyslexia. So I like Thatcher's Gold, but I like their old Rassels more. I don't know that one. But I do like cider. I am a cider fan. Talking of which, this can is getting to an empty. And I'm also saying anything. So, right, Paul Will, what's your take on... Oh, cheeky. I can't even pronounce that word. Give me 2 seconds. Let me do a quick Google search. And let me see what it is. Because 9 times out of 10, I will know it. Diagnosis is the abnormal non-carceraceous enlargement of one or both of the breasts in men. Are you talking about man boobs? Sorry, if you want to drop the phoneticness... Hang on, can I... treatment, sort of fee... Oh, spelling. Can spell it out phonetically, and then I'll be able to actually hopefully read it. But what's my views on man breasts? Well, Bob from Fight Club pulled him off quite well. Played by Meatloaf, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, what if of course I fucking know it. It's Fight Club. My view on it is, yeah, it's a thing. If you're pumping out too much estrogen, you end up developing them. If you don't balance out your testosterone while you're on steroids, you'd also develop them. Do they make bras for it? I don't know. That's a topic. It's a topic I haven't really delved into, but I'll happily talk about it. It's a thing. I do like boobs. In the words of my girlfriends and Tim mentioned, fuck, I love boobs though. Man boobs? Everyone's got to enjoy something. Like, my girlfriends love the fact I have a hairy chest. I personally hate it. I trim. I don't shave because fuck that. But I do trim it, just keep it all tidy. But then again, I have a massive fucking beard and leg hair, so it all balances out. You seem to be easily confundled. Oh, I like the trolling. Damn it! I wish one of my girlfriends was here, because do you know the term sesquipedalian? Out of sheer curiosity, because it sounds like you are a sesquipedalian, and I'm not making that word up. It's actually one of my favourite words. Right, so. confundeled, I know that means confused, by auditory, that's hearing, and seliquidities, circumstantial, oh, fucking hell. Boobs, they're gay. I hate to tell you this, but memory glands don't have a sexuality, so I don't think they go that way. They're like two of the man's balls, but on the woman's chest. Oh! What? How have you come to that conclusion? That is literally a conclusion that I don't even think that would be able to do. Like, if you compared male testicles with female breasts, I think you're lacking one of them. Because after playing with many of one and owning a set of the other for multiple years, I can safely say that nothing the fuck alike. But I appreciate the idea, it's going there. I do know the word sesquipedalian, and it's one I used in my message. Nice. Hang on, did you use it? Ah, yes, there you are. See? At least you know how to spell it. You're ahead of me. You're ahead of the game. Ahead of the curve. What drugs have you taken? Oh, is that a question to me, Ben? Or is that a question to the guys in the chat? But yes. Auditor and sesquipedalian Oh, what is that last word? Circumlocations. I am curious about this one. But I'm still curious about this whole boobs and balls thing. Is a phrase that circles around a specific idea with multiple words rather than directly invoking it with a few and adapt words. So you're talking about basically chatting shit. If you can't baffle them with brilliance, blind them with bullshit. My dad used to always say that. Give us a rundown of your drugs. Hang on. No, not a question. I just remembered. OVS has the option to automatically reduce the channel volume if you talk into the microphone. Are you talking about the sound gate there, Mr. B? Yeah, I believe I have I believe the term is a sound gate and then a compression, which is basically if you end up speaking too loudly, it will cap you. And I tried to make sure that I'm not hitting the reds at all. Because no one likes hitting the reds. It's always one of those things. We got, give us a rundown of your drugs. Well, currently, none. Apart from alcohol. I'm on 2 cans of alcohol right now. I will be going to get a third soon. But I'm going to try and time it in with a piss. Because I've got to empty my bladder at some point as well. So, what have we got? Right, so, what do you do? What do you think about fellow Oberlanders prefer sitting the tips before a quick rip and slurp the dip? Okay, if you're going to be going around the houses and literally use the term that you actually used earlier on, try simplify it for us numbnunces. Plus, you're pretty much already talking a different fucking language at this point. I do not have the level of skill with linguistics as you do. I repeat, I respect it, and I do respect it, but you might as well be talking gibberish to me at this point. But, that's just the way it is. Also, Elliot's spelled with 2 T's, not 1. Just FYI. It was meant of how did you get to the conclusion? What one have you taken in the past? What ones? Quite a few, actually. I'll simplify. Jews suck bleeding cocks. Wow. You're literally on the next level at the moment, aren't you? And, at some points where you can ask me any question if you want. You haven't asked me a question on that one. But, Paul, I will answer. I've tried quite a few. Not all of them. I've enjoyed most. I've not enjoyed some. But at the age that I am now, I can safely say that some are good, some are bad. Stay away from anything that's too addictive. And enjoy the times that you have. Methinks a ban is needed here. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not generally one for banning. I do actually like to have an open dialogue with multiple people. But if peeps are gonna be dicks, what is with that? What did you assume you'd actually get with that? Like the whole, why make it anti-Semitic And why kink shame what? A singular Jewish person that you believe sucks bleeding cocks? Also, why would they be bleeding? Well, there's plenty of kinks out there that do enjoy, blood play. But I don't generally know that many people that specifically go after a particular religion. I wonder if that's the thing, actually. He thinks it isn't. What is it? Which ones in particular? Take a guess. I don't necessarily recommend. I don't necessarily need to promote which ones I've actually been, which ones I've had. But so far, we can, D. I don't even know what D. If you're saying, are you saying MD? As in MDMA? As in Mandy? What does it say about my phone usage? If my autocorrect thinks ducking too forecommon? Oh, there we go. It says you've generally changed your autocorrect. I actually did go through my phone. I did go through my phone and change. Every time I actually put in ducking, it would automatically change it to fucking. Because screw that. Too many conversations. But I've actually been actively trying to take some swear words out of my vocabulary. My partner, she has been changing a lot of her swear words to gosh. She would just say gosh instead. And it's taken quite well, and it is catching. It is actually catching, so I find it quite funny. On you got a troll. You are officially a Twitch streamer now. Oh, thanks, man. I know. I got an actual troll, and yeah. Unfortunately, I just expected a bit more. I don't know. Is it a classy troll? Should I be tipping fedoras or something when they're actually that classy? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Sounds like a change real quick from fucking to coming. Real human being? I'm not sure. I don't know. Just that whole thing, like, but at the end of the day, there is people out there, and if you leave if you do leave the shit on there, that's actually going to, I don't know, if you're just going to be that crass. Like, granted, I appreciate the attempt to do it in a creative way, in great language. You just could have done it in a slightly less crass way. But yeah, anyways, that being put aside, kitty. Yep, Cthulhu is out and about. So, my little pusscat. I'll say my little pusscat. Ugh, big fucking pusscat. Cthulhu is a little shitbag. Whoa. He can fuck off. Or he can gosh off, I'm going to say. So, it's going to be that way around. But it is. Have you ever tried ganja? Big angry boy. Yeah, you can say that again. He wants food, but he doesn't want fussing. Typical Cthulhu. He wakes up, he causes trouble, then he goes back to bed again. Have I tried ganja? I am curious about the names you're using. Because we're talking about words and the use of words and how people use words. And the terminology, it's just interesting. It's interesting. Why would you say ganja? Why not weed? Why not skunk? Why not, cannabis? Why not, Cilla Black? Why not a billion other words? Yes, I have tried it in the past. My name is obviously linked to, for those who don't know, a nickname for Rizzlers, which are the rolling papers, is Skins. It is a nickname, and it is one of those ones that Skins. Have you got any skins? It's like someone called Chris being asked, can I have a crisp, Chris? I actually, I heard that one a lot growing up. I don't know if that one kept on going. But it's just that one. Mary Jane. Ooh. Sorry, is the way. Beth, I've just got that. What? The Skins reference. Cthulhu, don't even think about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, he's going up. There he comes. He's always coming up, this little shitbag. I don't even know if I'm on the full wide. No, I'm not quite on the full wide, but now we are. And I can see. So, Cthulhu. Mazawenya. I want my pizza. But it's going to be one of those, isn't it? What hells? Devil's lettuce. Skink? I mean skunk. Skunk is a type of cross-pollinated type of weed or cannabis generally with added THC to make it more hallucinogenic. So it adds that little extra bit to it. It's something that I never really enjoyed growing up. When I was growing up, people had basically you'd have weed and you'd have solid, and I was more of a solid person. I enjoyed solid, even though it burnt holes in your clothes. A little thing called hot rocks. But skunk was something that was a bit too. It monged you out more. It made you just less productive, and you just sit on your ass doing fuck all. And yeah, I just didn't enjoy it. Just did not enjoy it. And that's probably about the time when I started stepping away from it, because I grew up doing it. It helped slow my mind down, which helped me process a lot of other things. But you know, it was good. It was good. Stop playing with your pussy. Never. I'm never going to stop playing with my pussies because they're too much fun. Hang on, where are we going? Put your cat on your head for comedy value. Yes. Like, if it was Jinx, maybe, but Cthulhu, fuck that. Jinx likes to scratch. Oh, no, Jinx doesn't. Jinx likes to chill out. Cthulhu likes to scratch. But, you know, it's just the way it's going to be. Anyways, I've never done Just Chatting stream before. Looks like fun. Out you go, Cthulhu. Questions. What are some of your favorite movies? And does photography affect your enjoyment of them? Because you're looking at camera angles and lighting. Right, so photography, purely as a photographer, I get a lot of inspiration from videos, from film and stuff. When I got into video, when I got into video, that started ruining some of my enjoyment because I would see how things are done. I'd be very envious or jealous of a situation that would go on. And yeah, but then again, I would learn. But then I stopped doing video as much, so more on photography, because telling a story in one frame, to me, it had more skill and more art than telling it in multiple frames. Then again, I don't have the respect and the discipline in that field. I do love it. I do love video making. But I need to get into storyboarding, character creation, all that kind of stuff before I get really, really into it. Because all of that is done within one frame in a photograph. Well, it's not really done the same way in the second. So, hey. Was that answer that? Oh, favorite film. Oh, difficult question though. Favorite film growing up was Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. Of late, probably the last film I truly fucking enjoyed, like really enjoyed, probably was Moon. Actually, I really, really enjoyed it. It was clever. It was well written. It was well dialogued. It was a great story, and yeah, and it was a really small, tight one. I love films that have worlds, that build a world, and a world you want to be in. John Wick, first one, I loved. Second one, not as much. Third one, really was not a fan. It was just boring by that point. But you know, that's sort of being that. Right, so I know daughters of deeply devoted Christians who name their daughter Mary Jane, or the German equivalent, which still sounds a bit like marijuana. Well, I've never known Mary Jane as a nickname for cannabis. That being said, I know Mary Jane from Superman. Oh, sit there. Superman. Fucking hell. Spider-Man. That Mary Jane. But for cannabis, no, I've never known Mary Jane as a nickname for that. Actually, that is something new, different, and exciting, I guess. What do you take from the movie Drive? Drive. I don't think I've seen. Is that the one with the guy that was in? The one with the wonky eye. What's his face? I just want to make sure it is that one. Drive. Movie. Let's have a little look. Oh, yeah, it is. I still haven't got around to watching that one. I did start it, but I don't know. I think I got distracted. That or I ended up having sex. One of the two. That often happens. Start a film, get distracted, fornication, then sleep. That does happen. Generally, 9 times out of 10, that does happen. Right, so who's on the slots? Oh, Demi, you need to add a number to the end if you want to get the slots thing working. But that's all that. No, he wrote camera angles. What? Hang on, what did I miss there? Moon, the first movie ever made. Was Moon the first movie ever made? No, I'm talking about the let's go. Oh, where we at? We're talking about this one. So yeah, it's basically mostly. Is it Sam Rockwell? I think it's Sam Rockwell. So yeah, it's this one here. So it's yeah, Sam Rockwell. It's got Kevin Spacey in it as a droid. I think you're talking about. Is it this one? This is the Moon you're referring to. I'm going to assume. But no, this one I have not. I know it through legend, obviously through like Cthulhu. Right. Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys with that for a minute. I'm going to go feed this cat before he starts clawing me, take a piss, and grab another beer. So please do take a moment and yeah, just do your own little thing, and I'll be back in a hot taken. Yo, sorry about that, guys. Well, I've managed to get rid of the cat. She is currently eating some food. Another beer done. And yeah, we'll find ourselves back in the chat. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. So what do we get up to? So what's your take on old Holborn? I'm not sure on this one. I'm not actually sure what it is. I love that picture. What is it? Right, so oh, Nick, were you talking about the this J. Scott Campbell cover, the one of Mary Jane I was just showing? Give me a confirmation down below. But if it was that one, it is a cover of one of the Spider-Man novels, which I always loved. I love J. Scott Campbell's work. You can't really see it, but I've got a Princess Leia up in there in the slave girl outfit, which I always adored. And then I've got another Princess Leia up there by J. Scott Campbell, one of Lara Croft, and obviously the Sarah Jane one. Mary Jane, even. Let's say that one. Right, so what is this? My take on old Holborn. I need to find out what this is. Because I'm a genuinely curious person. It's the reason why I have cats, I guess. Old Holborn. Are we talking about the location, or are we talking about the Backy? Because there's the two things that came up. Obviously, Holborn. I know Holborn. I'm a Londoner. Oh, does that mean you're a Londoner as well, Paul? Let us know, man. Be curious. I always love to hear the stories about, other Londoners. Whether they're born and bred, like myself, proper South East London boy, or if they're imports. It's always fun. Catch up, see what's happening in the world, and all that kind of jazz. Right, so Demi went for the slots and appears to be lost. Beth went for the slots and also lost. Sorry about that, guys. We've actually had two winners now. So that's always an interesting one, because it's always odd and a bit strange when we end up with winners on the slots, because it's such a rarity. But maybe it's just a case of quantity. Maybe it gets triggered once every X amount of times, and it just takes the time. You are the second winner, indeed, Demi. And I'm curious to see, which ones will come out. Right, Cthulhu's looking at me again. I just fed him. Literally just fed him. He's being a little cheeky devil, I'll tell you that much. We've got to see where this goes. But hey, it's going to be what it's going to be. Oh, and one thing I was going to check. Hang on, let me bring this out on the Mac. Right, so let's click over there. Oh, I'm just throwing tomatoes at myself instead. Right, let me. Where's it? I click. I always fuck this thing up. But yeah, just a FYI, guys, we are currently sitting at 195 followers, and yeah, it's a bit odd, a bit strange, but yeah, there is a small chance, very small chance today, but there is a small chance that we could actually make it to 200 followers today, and that to me that would be an achievement. That means that because my hope is to get to 1,000 followers in 4 years. That is my hope. I want to get to 1,000 followers in 4 years, and if this continues, it means that my rate of growth is actually doing better than I thought it would have done, and that means in September started, so say October, November, December, January, February, March. So in 6 months, maybe 7 if we include September, because I'm trying to remember the exact day I started. But say 7 months since I started. If I want to hit 250 followers a year, then I'm doing very well. I'm actually doing almost double the speed that I would like. So I'd be really excited to see what will happen if we actually make that and see where things are going. Right, hang on. So what we got there? Double question. If I did a just chatting, ask me anything, what would you ask me? Is that a double question or just a bit of a random one? What would I ask you? I would say I would generally ask, what was it that drew you to streaming? Because I'm guessing you're a lifelong gamer. Judging by your collection, the way you talk about gaming, and the games that you play. But I'm curious, what was the thing that made you start streaming? In the first place. I think it's a good one. Repeat my question from earlier. How did I get into tarot? Ooh, that is a good question, Demi. I got into tarot. Hulu. Stop. He's hunting his sister. I got into tarot. Basically, my godmother's a white witch. And I know that's a bit of a contradictory term there, considering a godmother or godfather, whatever it is. A lot of people don't know this, which always amazes me. But a godfather or godmother is supposed to guide you into the religion of Christianity or Catholicism. I'm not sure. That nick of it's like Jesus and that lot. So Christianity or Catholicism, I can't remember which one it is. But the idea is that they would bring you, probably Catholicism, actually, considering. So the whole point of godfather or godmother is to make sure that you follow the rules of God. They'll follow the testament, follow that kind of stuff. And having a white witch as my godmother is an early sign of why I seem to be as eccentric as I am. But yeah, it was always there. My dad's a pagan, quite a hidden pagan, but he is there. And yeah, it was always around there, and having sort of pagan ideas and having them around me, it was always there. And I wanted to learn runes, and I was in a medium shop where was I? I think it was in Cornwall at the time, which is there's a lot of pagan beliefs and traditions down in Cornwall. And I was chatting with the person in there, and she said that if you want to learn runes, I suggest learn tarot, because tarot is a lot easier to interpret than runes is. So I started learning tarot, and then I got massively into it. Like, I got super duper into it. Obviously, tapping into the idea of chance and favorability. Whoa! We have raiders! Howdy, howdy, howdy! I get to test out this new screen. Ta-da! Welcome, raiders! Welcome into the stream. Welcome to the MSC. I love the fact that that's still going off. I didn't even have a chance to close it down. Welcome, guys. This is the MSC. My name is Skins. I'm a variety streamer. I generally stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. But I am now going to be changing that slightly, so I'll be doing Fridays. Hence today's stream. So we are doing the first stream on a Friday, just chatting, just hanging out, having conversations about all of the things, literally all of the things. Some of the conversations we've already had today, and yeah, I just want to say welcome. I'm a bit silly. I'm a bit eccentric. I'm a guy. I do things, and I specifically do things my way because I'm good at being me. Bit shit at doing everything else, but I'm really good at being me. and that's about as good as I can do. So, yeah, welcome. And Bill, how was your stream? How are you feeling? How was the workout? Do tell. I want to know all the goosey details. So please, welcome. And welcome your community. Thank you for bringing your community with you. And I hope that, all the peeps can find something fun and interesting and different in this little world. So ignore the little thing down below. Even though this is brand new, I am going to have to update that. So it's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. Variety streaming, except for on a Friday, which I have a feeling I may keep to a just chatting stream, actually. But fuck it. Why not? Have a drink, have a chat, have a question. So let's see what's going on. So, what have we got? The Batman animation. Too much going on in the background. There was a lot going on. The idea was it was a quick screen to welcome the streamers. So let's slide back over. Back to the norm. So, yeah, welcome. What on earth? What am I on now? Am I on the right playlist? Let's bring in Stream Beats Lo-Fi. So let's try and on to this one so we can actually get a little bit different. So, anyways, let's catch up with the chat and see what is going on. Juggling with Tim, how's it going, man? Thank you so much for popping in and dropping all of the emotes. I do know do the thing. I do know that one well. I really appreciate that emote, actually. The combination is great. Bat Metal is legendary. Yeah, it is. Wise, I want you to rise. I absolutely don't care. Too much to look at. You're going to start streaming? No worries, Ben. Do take care. Have fun. Don't know anything I wouldn't do. And yeah, I look forward to seeing where your streaming takes you as soon as the new computer arrives and you get that webcam sorted out. Asking my roommates for a medium workout. It did not feel medium. Aw, I'm sorry, man. I did my full workout today. Trust me, my legs were hurting because there was a double set of squats on there, as well as all of the crunches. And I've managed to get carpet burn in a very personal place in the weirdest way. So, I can strongly recommend if you're going to do 200 crunches, make sure you're wearing decent underwear or at least decent tracksuit bottoms. Because I've managed to the edge of my tracksuit bottoms had rubbed against a certain part of my body, and yeah, it's made it uncomfortable, shall we say? Luckily, I made it to the weekend, so now I've got the rest of today, tomorrow, and Sunday off. So I've got no more crunches for the weekend. So hopefully it will heal by the time I start again on Monday. So that would be comfortable. But yeah, I'm sorry about the step up. The step up from this small workout to the medium workout. But, there's a saying that I learned years ago when it comes to working out. And that is, today's workout is tomorrow's warm-up. And that was something that always stuck with me. And it's always that case of, you're always going to step up. And maybe not exactly tomorrow. Like, your warm-up today is your workout literally tomorrow. But... in the future, that is going to be the same. And it is true. You have to progress because the body is amazing at getting used to something, at getting better. And what it does is it will get as good as you push it. So if you only push it to this level, it will only ever get that good. So next month, you've got to up the reps, up the weight, up the whatevers. It's just the way it's going to go. Hey, Viking! Oh my God, there's a Viking on the screen. Oh my God! Welcome, Viking. Nice to see you in the chat. How was work? I hope work was pleasant and over as quickly as it started. That is my hope for you. I'm very interested in paganism and general Wiccan thingeries. Always have been. Well, it's interesting, right? So do remember, paganism is a broad term. It's an umbrella term. It's a combination of multiple different religions, multiple different ideologies and theories. I take a lot of my Buddhism with my Shinto. Shinto Buddhism is the Japanese style of Buddhism, which is the idea of life forms and energies coming from strong, powerful objects like ancient trees, mountains, rivers, etc. And a lot of the paganism is very similar. There's a spirit to the wood, an energy to a tree. And I find these things very opening up and having respect for a lot of things that don't necessarily scream these things, especially with a Christianity view. Because because they want, God and the priest do not worship false idols and stuff like that. Well, I believe all living things have an energy, have a spirit. And coming from Gaianism, where it's pretty similar to that, like life and energy, it all comes from a life stream. When you die, it returns to the life stream, and then new creations like animals, like trees, like humans, like life comes from that life stream being re-enriched by its life energy. So once again, cherry picking little details from this religion, that religion, this political idea, that political idea, this fault can channel into that fault over there. It does open the mind, and you can see and learn from everything. And even if that's learn how to not do it, you're still learning something. You're still better than you were yesterday, which seems to be the theme. The theme of today is very much about compare yourself to where you were yesterday and try to just be that little bit better. Just be that little bit, that little bit more. That little bit more refined, that better, that more patient, that more understanding, that more energetic, that more enthusiastic, that more like agency. Whatever it is that you want to put it into, as long as you're improving yourself and you're, hopefully sending some love back into the world. It's always nice to give some love back into the world. That's always nice. That's always nice. Right, so anyways, I've got to catch up in a bit. So true, I've been skiing every Thursday, and I'm not even sore from yesterday versus when I started. There you go. Perfect example. Sorry, I've got to catch up on the chat now. Long, but not bad. Good. I'm happy you've finished your work today. There, Viking. I've got a question. Do you take some precautions, or do you exercise to protect and train your voice before and after streaming? Ooh. Do I protect my voice? Not really. I don't really. I've always been a bit of a performer. I've always been a speaker. Sometimes not knowing to shut up is that's more my limitation. But I don't know. I always think I've got quite a squeaky voice. Whenever I hear my voice, I always think I sound squeaky. But yeah, I always get told I've got quite a deep voice. And I always hope for like Barry White or Bob Ross. Turns out I'm not that deep. But we can hope. We can hope and we can pray. Just keep your fluids up. Don't strain, don't scream. Too much anyways. Ah! But, it's always going to be that way. But hopefully that answers it. Right, so where is we up to? But no, I'm curious about this. Precautions and exercising. Like, I exercise and train my body. Why wouldn't I train my vocal cords? If I started singing, if I seriously started singing, I probably would. A good friend of mine, Lady Cleo, another fellow streamer, she is an amazing singer. She did singing lessons and as a coach. She did a fuck ton with Twitch Sings for a while, which was, when it was alive, was an amazing thing. But maybe I should actually ask her, see if I get some tips or some training. So I have a pretty nihilistic view of the world, though, so it's a bit contradictive. Well, I'm a dichotomy. I am literally a dichotomy. I can believe two things at the same time and believe them both to be true. Maybe I just read 1984 too many times to double think. But just because you believe something doesn't mean you can't understand something else. And whether that be nihilism, pessimism, stoicism. Stoicism is something that I've been reading up on a lot and learning. One of my partners is very much into stoicism. And she is constantly reading and constantly informing me about new ideas, new ways, new speakings? New speeches, should we say. So that is that thing. But, I don't know. And what have we got? Or to Valhalla. One of these days I'll actually learn that song. Right, so there's a monologue, or said monologue. Right, what is it? What was it? It was from the 13th Warrior. It starred Antonio Banderas going to meet the Norsemen. Quotes. Q-O-U-T-E. Quotes. There we go. So, but there was one that I always loved, and I need to think it. There it goes. Right. So, lo there, do I see my father. Lo there, do I see my mother and my sisters and my brothers. Lo there, do I see the lion of my people back to the beginning. Lo, they do call me. They bid me take my place among them in the halls of Valhalla, where the brave may live. forever. I always love that quote. Always love that quote. But I just thought of that now. I don't know why, but I thought I'd share it. Because, you know, I'm weird and I like to share these things. And yeah, I'm a weirdo. I'm a lovable weirdo, should we say. But yeah. If you guys want to learn it from there. I just realised I'm really off to one side. I'm not even central anymore. Huh. But yes. Right, so we've got live stream. We talk about Final Fantasy VII. Oh, talking of Final Fantasy VII there, Nick. You know the remake is free on PSN right now. Just FYI. We'll be playing it on the thingy. And yeah, do you know what? I love the Final Fantasy games, but I never completed any. The nearest to completion I got, giggity, was Final Fantasy IV, the one I've got on the DS down there. Final Fantasy VII, I got up to the first boss, or the first serious boss, and then died. Then I got past it, and then I stopped. So I really do need to get back to that again. I want a copy of that. No worries, man. Hang on, I'll drop it in the chat. I'll drop it in the chat, Viking, so you can grab that. So that is a link to the image that I've got up on screen. So you can grab that if you wish. Right, so let me go. Right, me and you meeting for a chat. I'm surprised there was air left by the time we finish. No, we both do talk a lot. I love it though. I do love it, Viking. Right, so we talk about a Final Fantasy VII, or you die. Can I give the blade to my daughter? Hang on, what am I missing there, Nick? I feel like I'm missing a lot there. You know, but there's nothing new and exciting there at all. I miss a lot. I'm not the quickest drawer in the world, but hopefully I'm an entertaining drawer. Right, so, and on the road to Valhalla, we'll listen to Valeudeja by The Narrow Sea. Ooh, as long as you've got a penny for the boat, man, you should be fine. But I do love all these collections. This is the nuts to watch. So what is that? Hang on, I'm going to click it open. What's it going to be? What have we got? Epic Viking War Chant. 10,000 fans played tribute to Iceland's team having the Euro 2016. Ooh. Sometimes I do wish that I wouldn't actually load it in here. Maybe I should load it up somewhere else. Oh. I don't know, maybe have the chat in there. Hang on, I can go to bloody Twitch Manager, can't I? Twitch, Stream Manager. And I do believe I have that in there. So I can go poof. And then poof again. I can do a pop out. Pop that out. So I can go over to there. And I can leave the chat there. Happy as Larry. So I can always click it there. And that should sort of bring it out. So let's go. I want to click that. All right, sleepy time for me now. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Demi. Thank you so much for being along, being such a great sport, and being there for the good convos. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. Hope I wasn't too boring, and you learned a bit more about me, a bit more about life, and a bit more about subtlety. Because I'm really good at subtlety, apparently. But yes, it's definitely going to be one of those. But yeah, I would definitely check that out. Thanks. Thank you. Just screenshotted it. No worries, the Viking. That's a quote from the 13th Warrior movie when Antonio Banderas makes his sword smaller. They use it a couple of times in that film, actually. They do use it in a couple of times in that one. But yeah, no, it is definitely from that film. So you gotta do it. I played this one, went to the gym. Hang on. You played what when you went to the gym? What, you play that quote? Or you play the chanting that you just shared? Which actually be quite cool. So, yeah. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, no, it's nice to actually just to be here. To not be terribly distracted. To actually spend some time with you guys in the chats. To see, like, you know, what you guys are fancying. What you guys are open for. Like, and apart from, you know, some slightly... xenophobic. What was the word? Anti-Semitic blowjobs. You know, some bizarre reason. I don't know why those two things came through. But yeah, apart from that, it's been pretty good. No one died. One person got blocked though. So, but that guy was being a bit of a douche. Like, you know, much appreciation to him for doing it. But yeah, you can Yeah, there's some things you can handle. Open us, you must have us mistaken. No, I've just planted the body somewhere else and, send them off somewhere. And it's such a dick move. Like, at the end of the day, I am a very understanding person. Like, you can have a laugh, you can have a giggle, you can say pretty much whatever you want, but you literally, you start with an insult, you come in with an insult, and there's fishing. And it's like, I can play with my food sometimes, but sometimes you just gotta be, nah, you know what? Stop being a douche. And grow the fuck up. But that is his things. But it is what it is. And yeah, also, like, I don't know what I can actually share fully on this thing. Like, everything with DMCAs and the fact that we are on a platform that is, incredibly, what can we say? Incredibly one-sided on a certain argument and wanting to portray something. Like, the current thing, I don't know if you guys know, but March is Wimex month on Twitch, apparently. And for those guys that don't know, Wimex is women spelled with an X instead of an E. And dyslexic people aside, it's this concept of you would say Wimex to be more inclusive of trans women. And for me, it's counterproductive because it's like, if you want people that have transitioned into being a woman to feel like a woman, you don't want them to have a logo or a name that is literally highlighting the fact that they weren't born a woman. And it just makes them stand out a lot. It's, it's just, I don't know. It seems very counterproductive to me. And there's been a massive backlash about it. There's lots of people kicking off about it. I haven't really put my hat, so to speak, into the ring about this kind of thing, because it's a bit of a no-brainer. Like, of all of the trans people that I know, they want to transition. They want to be, seen as the sex that they choose to identify as. The ones that are non-binary are the ones that are non-binary. They don't want Wimex. The ones that have transitioned don't want Wimex. And the ones that are actual women don't want Wimex. So it seems just like a bit of a, dead on arrival kind of subject. But these are just the people that I've spoken to, the people that I know and literally have asked these questions to, and then just the general people that I've seen the stuff around it. So it's an interesting conversation. Trans women are women, aren't they? So why call them anything else? Precisely, like I am fully aware that different people have different opinions. My opinion, like, as much as my opinion aligns with a lot of this kind of stuff, doesn't mean everyone has to agree with me. I totally get that. But when you are doing something that is literally counterproductive and you're pushing it, like you're pushing a thing that goes against the thing that you want, to me, you haven't thought about it for long enough. You haven't considered the things more. But it is what it is. He will send me on his doorstep tomorrow. Hang on, I will what? He will send me to his doorstep tomorrow. What have we done now? Like, if I need anyone dead, I'm sure I can give Viking a quick call. Because it's all about the rating, right? It is literally all about the rating. But, it's an interesting one. Like, the trans question is a very sticky situation right now. And it's because so many people have their opinions and they want to vocalize their opinions. They want a virtue signal on one side of things, or they want to signal that their view on the other side of things, like to stand out. Like, my golden rule is, if it feels good and you're not hurting anyone, do it. It covers most things. Also, just don't be a dick. Like, if someone's being a dick, they can be a dick. If someone's demanding you do something or say something, there's certain YouTubers that consider it transphobic if you won't date someone that has the opposite genitalia of what you're into. This preference thing. Like, I was led to believe, and I grew up believing you are who you are, and if you're born gay, you're gay. It's not a choice. And if you're these days, if you're born, say, male and you identify as female, you can go through the process of transitioning into the other to the thing that you believe you are on the inside, and I fully support that 100%. I understand the TERF issue. I do. I spend a lot of time around, I wouldn't say hardcore feminists, but I do definitely spend enough time around feminists to hear their point of view. I agree with feminism up to a certain point. I'm also massively against modern day third, fourth, fifth wave feminism because it's counterproductive once again. I'm an egalitarian. I do believe that we can be better with everything and everyone, but you know, doing it for the sake of doing it is also very negative and bad. Balance is key to life. But you know, it is a bit. Oh my god, I just saw a Twitch ad I actually like. Whoa, no way. What was it? Come on, Bill. What was it an advert for? I'm curious. I remember when I first started, you literally got the boys and the boys and the boys. Literally every single stream I went to, I got an advert for the boys. Now I don't get much of them adverts because most of the people that I watch, I've either subscribed to, ended up being subscribed to, because there's some amazing people in the community that just give subscriptions, so you don't get the advertisements. And hey, how's it going? Welcome. Hang on, what was it? Gallico, the rapid what cream? Acidus cream? Hang on, I have to look this up. Hey, Kios. Oh, Kios. How's it going? The car insurance. Hang on. I have to see this car insurance. What's going on with it? Right. So why, like, I'm curious. You got excited about a car insurance advert? Is it? Are you in that field? I'm not quite sure on what your actual it sounds terrible saying that actually. What your day job is, what your bread and butter job is, because I know you stream, but I don't know if you have a job on the side or a main job, or you know, streaming's your thing. I guess what it is. I didn't say excited. I just thought the ad was fun. I'm with you. I am with you. There was an ad the other day I saw. Oh, I was in bed cuddling, and an ad came on, and we stayed watching it for the full advert. It was a food advert or something. I think it was a guy listening to metal while in a field, and it was a food thing. And, you know, it actually kept my attention long enough for me to actually watch the advert, and we actually had to talk about it. It was great. I love it. Right, so hang on, what have we got? There was a rapid and people were eating ice cream. Okay, I can get down with that. Ice cream is good. We all like ice cream. He's a porn star, and I hold the camera. Hang on, what? Viking, what have I missed here? What have I missed? It sounds like I missed a lot. Because there's a porn set, there's some ice cream happening. You know, I've got to see, like, where we're going with this. Because I love your mind. I really do. I fucking love your mind. It's all good. Hi and bye. Well, thank you so much for popping in, even if it's for that a few secs. I love the fact in 1 minute you said hi and you said bye, but you are more than welcome to come by, to say hello, and to, hang out. Or you can ask a question. This is a Just Chatting rank. If you're still there and you want to ask a question, you're more than welcome. Especially on that. Sorry, I dropped the camera, boss. Don't drop cameras. Cameras are expensive. Very expensive. And they're difficult to maintain, especially, you know, if you drop them, the lenses get really screwy. Believe me, I know. I had to get one of mine fixed. The £1,800 lens, and I dropped it once, and it just wouldn't focus properly for years. And I put it to the side, and I was just like, I'll get it fixed eventually. Literally, I was on the side for years until I eventually got it fixed, and then, it cost me about 300 quid to get fixed. But when I got it back, oh my god, I missed that lens so much. Like, and let me see if I can find it. Actually, it should be. Let's go to there. Let's go to there. I'm gonna go to. Where did I do it? I was in my pictures, wasn't it? Export. Lightroom exports. Bang. There. Into that one. So let's do that. Ta-da. Right, okay, so that's appeared over there. Can I drag these into there? I totally can. Yeah, totally I can. There you go. So that's an image that I shot with this lens. And it's a beautiful lens. Like, you get this really nice, shallow depth of field. You can capture those eyes, like, totally tack sharp. But you see how it blurs out as it goes out towards the edge? So, and it's like a gorgeous one. Like, because it was my mum's birthday and we popped around. And then I'm trying to find like one that really brings it out. Oh, there's another one of him. Or her, actually. So this is my nephew's girlfriend's dog. And they popped up. But you can see that this is inside of a car. And I'm zooming in. So you got that face, really cute, beautiful, beautiful little creature. I want one. I'm not going to call it a dog, because it's not a dog. My strong belief is if my cat can eat it, it's not a dog. But I'm going to call it a squog, which is like a small dog. Yeah, really small dog. But it's like just super cute. Beautiful image. Makes me miss being behind the camera. Well, fix that. Fix that, Viking. Get back behind the camera and have some fun. What's hilarious, I'll show you this one. So this one here is my brother's dog. And this one here is her dog. And this big dog was trying to shag this little dog the entire time we were there. It was literally hilarious. Also, he slobbers. As you can see, he slobbers there. And he actually managed to slobber on her, like her tail. So it looked like he had already done his business. But he just slobbered onto her. It was actually quite funny. Hey, Fire Spinner, you made it in. Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the random conversations. We're currently talking about lenses and puppy dogs. But yeah, so it's just hilarious to see this dog trying to shag this dog. And he couldn't bend his legs far enough down to actually, you know, get to the action area, should we say. But also, she wasn't dealing with any of it. And there's another one of them together. So it's a good side difference. This is my old man. So this is the pagan of the family, the official pagan of the family. So he was doing good. And then obviously, I'll have to show it. This is the birthday girl. This was my mum. It was her birthday. We were obviously doing a meet-up in the front garden. So I was keeping social distances away while still celebrating her birthday. And obviously, she was bringing out her balls because my mum does like to throw her balls around. But then again, this woman created 3 amazing humans who then went on to create 3 more amazing humans. So that is that this woman has balls. And her generation, the women had fucking balls. You know, so massive respect. The matriarch of the family. There's Mummy Elliot. And yeah. So yes, that was a thing. But anyways, let's catch up. Let's see what we've got. Like mine, you are unrelated to the animated gentleman on screen. Oh, the animated gentleman on screen. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful way of saying it. I like that. I like that. Sadly, that is my cousin, Steve. Yeah, I'm total Steve. I'm not sure if you read that correctly, but hey, that is a thing. But yeah, no, I haven't done much in the way of my photography in... since getting this computer. I have not done that much. I've done some stupid things, but most of my stuff was always on the other side of things, really. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I don't know if you guys would be interested in little old skinny stuff, but you know, I can always promote some of my stuff if you want to have a look through my things. But you are animated skins. Wow, me? Animated? No. I'm stupid? You're not stupid. Why would you be stupid? Or am I stupid? Is that what you're trying to say? Huh? I'm watching you. Definitely watching you. Huh. Right. Be right back and have a shower quickly. Do it. Be clean. Be safe. Be cool. But remember, you will enjoy it, my friend. But if you want to see some of my work, you can find it here. You can see I've got plenty of work. This is all my own photography. This is all stuff I've created. As you can see, before lockdown and Brexit and all the rest of the shit had happened, I was actually a pretty damn good photographer. I do have to say. Oh, well, there's a certain someone. I recognize that person. I wonder if that person will recognize themselves. Curiosity does stand. But yeah, nah. I like my photography. I miss my photography. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun doing it. You know, I'm definitely getting to do some of my other stuff. Like, I don't know, say, check out my portraits. Oh, who's that? Who's that handsome bloke? Who do you think that guy is? Eh? I love the fact it's coming out massively red, though. That is. Right, so that is not how this is supposed to look. Hang on. Let's have a little look. I've definitely got a filter on here, haven't I? Right, so where is it? PC, it's not that one. Overlay Spotify. What is it? Hey! He's made it back. Oh. Wow, that really is not happy on that one, is it? Let's come off there. Because obviously, clearly, it's gone to the right one. It seems to have gotten hyper excited and not wanting to actually do anything else. So sorry about that. That was a lot of drop frames there. We dropped down to like 5. I'm starting to think my website's a bit too heavy for this place. It's possible. It's possible my website is too much. But audio seems good. Visuals is lagging. No, that was not you, Marvin. That was my side. I did something. I think loading up my website, my photography website, is a bad idea. Very bad idea. Too many high-res images in one place. It definitely slowed everything down. So apologies there, guys. I did not mean to do that to ya. But you know, it is. Hang on. I don't know why. Maybe just had a bit. It shat the bed. Quite clearly, it just literally just shat the bed. I need to work on that now. Oh, okay, yeah, I am stupid. On that one, I was definitely stupid, but it is that way. But how you doing anyways, man? Are you doing good? To quote a seemingly well-known TikToker, gorgeous. Aw. Seemingly well-known TikToker. Do you know what? I never quite got the TikToking thing. Like, it was basically just like, I don't know, like what came first? The TikTok or was it the Instagram video? So remember the Instagram video was limited to like 1 minute. But TikTok does seem to just be one of those ones that is just, I don't know, it's just one of those things, I guess. I just never got into it. I don't know. I don't grab into these, I call them fads. You know, I don't just grab into these new social networks straight away because I'm old. Clearly. I'm far too old. But, you know, it's going to be one of those things. Why you have Viking on screen? Why not have Vikings on screen is one question. 2, I like him. Like, I saw him and he made me happy. Like, I saw him bouncing around, you know, and he just made me happy. Because he was a Viking. Yep, fire spinner, straight out of my brain, straight onto screen. Thank you so much for sharing that. Why have Viking? Why not have Viking? Why do this? Why not do this? 2 sides of the same coin. He made me smile. He is there for no other reason. Well, I love Vikings. I speak Swedish. I have a Viking in my chat. I believe I am actually descended from Vikings. A lot of the there is a lot of theory about the Picts in England or in Great Britain, shall I say? And a lot of people do believe that, you know, with the Norman invasion, with the Viking invasion, you know, obviously, like, you know, people have watched Vikings now, so they all feel like they're, you know, historians and feel like they know the Viking history. It's like, yeah, sure. You know, but I actually, you know, I grew up with a lot of influence from sort of Vikings, from medieval stuff. I love Norse mythology. You know, my fucking computer is called Moonin or Hugin. Now, this one's Hugin, the other one's Moonin. And if you guys know who Hugin and Moonin is, that was all good. Right, what you rather, Fortnite or PUBG? Neither. I don't do either of them. If I'm gonna pick either, it would be Fortnite because I've actually played that one. I've played Fortnite. I have PUBG on my PlayStation. I haven't played it. I don't know. Battle Royales just never tickle my balls. They just never tickle my balls. I'll give them a go. Like, I'll give Warzone another go. But different generation of gaming. It's just one of those things. You know, I play a lot of the games, but it's just one of those ways. But yeah, no, it's just out of the choice. If it's an either or thing, it'd have to be the one that I've actually, you know, participated in. Are you okay, Mr. Me? Mr. Nee? Fortnite kids are weird. Hey, most kids are weird, in all honesty. Doesn't matter what they do. They're all fucking weird. But then the next generation, you know, it's going to be what it is. Do you have any more emotes? Share all of the emotes. Doesn't have to be the I'm stupid. Because I'm not sure how are you taking that? Are you taking that as I'm stupid? Or are you taking it as you're stupid? I'm not sure. Like, genuine question here, actually. Genuine question. I can't see what it's going to be. But what song made you emotional or made you cry? Song. Ooh. Well, there's a lot of song that has meaning to me. Probably the song that has the most meaning to me is by a band called Alter Bridge, and they do a song called In Loving Memory Of, which I kind of associate with my brother, and yeah, it has a lot of deep meaning to me. It's a beautiful song. If you're a fan of wrestling, you'll probably also know it from Eddie Guerrero. When he passed away, they used it as a tribute song for him. So yeah, but all songs, all music has an emotional response. But I think if anyone's going to kind of really trigger that and make me think or make me cry, it would be that one. You know? Good song, though. It's a really good song. Good band. Good band. Unfortunately, Funky Town. What, does that make you cry? If you take me to Funky Town, will you take me to Funky Town? Yeah, that sounds completely terrible. I'm not a singer. I enjoy singing. I do love singing. I just can't do it. But it is the way that it is. Mine, it's stressed out of the song. It's... Mine, it's stressed out. The song, it's fine. But when you're seeing the official video, it makes me cry. I don't know that one. It's stressing out. The song is fine. Punctuation. Please, use punctuation. Dyslexic, so it really helps me know your sentence structure. If you can use them. Hello, Baba. No, Baba bouncing around. Boop, 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 boop. Do you know what? Because I always find this funny. One of my partners, she was very much a kid of the MTV generation. And she watched all of the videos and always talks about the videos. And for me, I never really had the videos. For me, music was always about the sound. Like, I make my own images of a song. Nom, 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 nom. Who's dropping all the noms? There we go. There we go. Not the I'm stupid ones. I like the anime one. The anime one's good. I need to work on my emotes. I do need to work on my emotes. I need to, like, basically get my emotes going, but... That being said, I am getting better. Slowly getting better. We jump in all the emotes now. Well, these are my guys. Oh, let me go to the hearts because I didn't choose the hearts. Oh, where's my meow cat? I do like my meow cat. Where's my meow cat gone? There he is. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. And then I had a couple of those as well. Great. Let's have the cats and the smiles. But then again, you know, I designed my ones. I've actually drawn them. Believe it or not, the occasional time I will actually do a stream where I will put on the put it on, set it all up, and we'll actually draw. We will actually draw on stream, so you guys can actually see me do it and create it. And all of my emotes I've done that way, which is always fun. What's the stressed out official song, please? Yeah, no worries, man. I'll check it out. I'll add it to the list. I'll definitely add it to the list. And obviously, I'll do it. I'm not going to do anything that's copyright material or music intent because obviously we have the DMCAs. And we have to consider these things. But I would definitely add it to the list. Hey, Ben. Welcome back. I will. I promise. Look, I'm going to copy it now. So I'm going to go stressed out. Right, where's it go? Right, I'm going to go stressed out official. Official to blue. I'll copy it over. I'll go into my YouTubes. Stressing out official. Right, so I'll slide over. There we go. Right, so 21 Pilots stressed out, yeah? There we go. So look, I do have it. Apparently I have watched it. Look at that. Apparently I have watched it. which is making me think it's 21 Pilots. That does ring a bell. It's possible one of the girls has actually sent it my way before and I've actually had to watch it. So I will, it's going to sit there. I'll leave the tab there and I will definitely attack it when I am done. Fire spinner, redeem, make me juggle for 30 catches. Hey, got the first juggling thing for the week. Right, so let me slide over to the other camera and I'll get this going. So, and where are we at? Number 7, right? You ready for this? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There we go. Ta-da! Did it! Actually did quite a few more then, didn't I? And where are we at? We're on that screen, aren't we? There we go. One of these I'm going to have to get around to actually doing the blades, which, I don't know if we can see, is actually up there. Juggling to stress out. Fire spinner. Great song. I'll definitely have to put it on at some point. But, I do have the 9. So far, I've actually made these out of them. So I need to get better at clubs first, but I did actually juggle these the other day. And for the guys, well, the guys that don't know, maybe you guys don't know, Fire Spinner actually gave me these for my my birthday present. So in December, I was giving these a good little spin. But I did actually have a juggle literally the other day. Right, so let's have a little look. It was on my Twitch. Let's go over there. Right, so let's close that down. I got click my name and go down to videos. So you guys, in case you guys don't believe me, where was it? Deep Rock. Right, no, we're gonna go. Well, it's not in videos. It should be here. Should be under the home section, right? Oh, come on, where you at? Customize channels. You got all my other shit here. Really? I thought it would be easier to find on here. Or maybe it's just one of those ones when... Oh, hang on. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. So, this... Yeah, there we go. Found it. Found it. So you guys can see it here. So this was me the last week. Ta-da! Told you I could do it. So there we go. Yeah, like that was literally me last week. Yeah, I'll be up. Whoa! I love the emote dump. I love these emote dumps. I have a juggling trick that uses the setup. Oh, what setup? What setup are we talking about? Why can't I pull a card? Ooh, that is an interesting question. Why can't you pull a card? Do you have enough points? I can't remember how many. Oh, challenging rewards. Get started. All right, so hang on. Because the tower cards are up 10,000 points. Have you got 10,000 points up? I don't think there's any reason why. I don't put like a... I haven't had a tower reading, actually, for a while. Actually, when was the last one? When was the last time we did a tower reading, actually? I'm curious now. Let's go to... Go to the thingy. Then... It's in here somewhere. Right, off topics. There. Was it in off topics? Books, recording memes, art, tower support? No. Maybe was it in live stream? There we go. Pull card. I can see the last time we pulled a card was December. So we haven't actually had a tower pull for a while. It's been a hot minute, I'll tell you that much. Right, so... what monster uses light mode Twitch? Apparently this one. It's quite funny, because I have dark mode on my Mac up there, but I have light mode on my PC down here. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things. I just never got around to changing it. Plenty. Check stress out song, please. Dude, it's on the list. I will check it out when I finish the stream. I promise I will. But obviously, I'm just going to have to think it. I'm probably going to, like, know what song it is the second it comes up. I say 5K. I think it's 10K. 10K to do a tarot reading. The reason being is when I had it on lower, I got... obviously, I love the interaction. I do really love the interaction. I like people getting involved and stuff. But basically, if it's always going to happen, it's going to stop like all the things. And obviously, doing just chatting, it's a lot easier to do a tarot reading at this point. But I just had to put up like sort of my prices up a bit because it was getting. I was doing a lot more other things. Right, fire spinner, crap emo. I love your subtlety there. I do appreciate it. We're going stressed out on stream will quite definitely result in a DMCA takedown. Thank you, Mr. B. And yes, completely. New. Are you Swedish? Är du svenska? Because you literally just said now in Swedish. Just FYI. That last tarot reading might be the one I gifted. It might have been. It was on the 16th. I can see who it was. And it was... Oh, it was to Lewis, actually. It was the last one I did. The one before that was about a week earlier. I should really tag people who got it. Here you guys are. Spread tonight. Lots of love. So that was on the 12th. Okay, so... That could have been from Charlie. I can't quite remember. But I do remember you giving one, actually. I do remember that happening. But yeah, it didn't... I gave one to Strange. Who, you know, you never know if she's lurking. I always like to think she's lurking there in the background. Weird enough, she'll probably pop and go, hi. I'll Discord you what I mean. No. Yeah, no worries, Beth. Please do. Send it in. Do you want me to read your Discord message now? Is it like needed right now? Or do you want me to postpone until we finish the stream? Which is going to be in about 15 minutes, actually. So we will be out the other side. Pick sent across. Okay, if it's a pick, I can have quick butchers. Oh, it's greyed out. Or it's whited out, should we say. Oh, no, but look. You've got 9.3k points. 5k. Oh, yeah, pull a card. Yes, there you go. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Pull a card was the Oracle deck, actually. So this is the Oracle deck. A beautiful set of cards, actually. And the idea is we would pull a card for you out of a selection. And each one has a reference. This one has boobs. Boobs makes everything nicer. I just talked about earlier on. Yeah, what was with that whole conversation about boobs and testicles? Getting confused. That baffled me. Like, all I could think of is, have you guys seen that film, The 40-Year-Old Virgin? And there's a bit in The 40-Year-Old Virgin where they're discussing boobs. They're literally discussing boobs. And the 40-Year-Old Virgin goes, yeah, they're like hard, like sand. Like sandbags are really heavy and hard. And everyone's sitting there looking at him like, you... And then literally they're like, you're a virgin. You've never touched boobs. We know you're a virgin. You've never touched boobs. If you describe boobs as sandbags, you definitely haven't been there. So when these guys earlier on was chatting about it, I was talking about... they compared boobs and testicles. And it's like, they're totally fucking different. That's like that's like accusing a woman... like comparing, like I've seen this actually before. Some women comparing men's man spreading. Like, you know, we don't sit there with our arms apart. It's like, they're totally fucking different. They're not linkable at all. The only thing you can connect them to is they are things that hang off of the body. After that, completely fucking different. They're built different. They have different sensitivity. They have different glands. They have different blood flows. They have different everythings. Fuck. Anyways, side note, push aside. If you can't click that, I don't understand why. I do apologize, Beth. Like, truly, I am really sorry. I will look into that, see if there's any kind of cooldown or any of those kind of tinglings. I can't think why there would be. Let's go there. Let's go there. Can I do this on my own? I'm not sure if I can. Oh, yeah, there. Click there. Put a card. ×2 multiplier. Well, I've got ×2 multiplier. Manage rewards. So let me find out if I've actually got something set down. Oh, there we go. Redeem, check my posture. Oh, you went for a posture check instead. It won't let me, but I have enough pennies. But it, oh well. Right, so let me find out. First of all, I'll do that posture check. You guys, please join me if you want. So we're gonna do a stretch, yeah? So let's pull back. Okay, right, so I'm gonna go out to the top. And then go up. Okay, nice big stretch. We're gonna come all the way down. When we get horizontal, we're gonna bend the elbows, come into the W's. Ah, that feels good. Hands together, all the way back up to the top again. Point towards the ceiling. Bring it down. Bend the elbows. Really, really stretch out that back. Okay, now up to the ceiling. Stretch the back. And then up horizontal. And then down the other side. Ugh. There we go. That feels much better. I hope you guys join me. How many of you guys joined me on that one? Hopefully, at least one of you joined me on that one. We can hope. We can hope. Ugh. Let's put the headphones back on. That way I can actually hear what's going on. And we can see what is going on. So we definitely did a good posture check. But can you do that? The fook? What does that mean? So many bones click. Good. We want bones clicking means you haven't used it. But when I do these, I actually get a nice little bit of grinding on my shoulder blades. Because, yeah, it means there's rubbing and stuff, but you need to get some fluid back in there, and you can't just sit there all the time in that same position because you're going fucking insane. Right, so let's go in. Got tarot cards. Pull a card. There we go. It's turned on. This guy's image. There's nothing in here that's telling me. Skip reward queue request cooldown and limits. No, none of that. None of that. None of that. Very odd. I'm gonna turn on. Right, at least one redemption option below must be set in order to proceed. So redemption cooldown. So I'm going to do number of time. Let's do that. There must be 15 minutes between it. And I'll save it. So I've given it a quick update. Hopefully that will... Maybe it will knock it into position so you can actually do it. The other option is reboot your side. To see if it's just crashing that way. But you did do something else. So that wouldn't really make sense, would it? Oh well. Too many bones click. Yay! Stretching. Stretching is good. Now, I've enjoyed watching you while... munching on a bowl of spaghetti. Ooh, good taste. What was in your spaghetti? Out of curiosity. Just me then. Odd. Well, we were in it together. We were in it together, Beth. We did do it together. So, you know, it's all good. But, right, so. I do need to work out, like, you know, like, I do need to try and get my my Twitch into dark mode. It's because, well, like, when I'm in manager mode, it's always in dark mode. I don't spend much time on my computer on Twitch proper. On my laptop, which is up there, on the big screen up there, that's where I spend most of my time on Twitch. Because I'll sit there, I've got a separate keyboard. So I got my Mac keyboard here, Boomy mouse. And then I have my PC keyboard and the other mouse. Which are both wired, because I use that for gaming. So, you know, so literally most of the time I'm on Twitch, I'm using that. Oh, sort out my lady. My lady? My lady. Maybe I should call it that. Call my lady. Call me a bit downstairs, my lady. My lady. So I'm obviously having a bit of a crazy half hour. But, you know, as long as it works, as long as it works. You got to stick together, right? Just me, Odd. Nah, it's not just you. I'm there with you. Promise. I was right there with you. Right there with you. And you're back again. What did you go for this time, Ben? Did you go for snacks? Did you go for... Was it a stream? I know you popped off for... Yeah, you popped off for a stream, didn't you, this time around? How was your stream? Did you do good? Keep up with much? Right, so let me give you a shit yet. Where's it gone? That one? No, is it that one? Yeah, it is that one. Oh, balls, what are you down as again? I've got no scraps. There we go. S, there we go. Scrappy Pops. Right. So, Pops is started streaming recently. Hang on, no, I didn't even bloody do that right. Right, come on. Let me do this correctly, because then, you know, then at least it'll be done proper. Because then now you should get a link. There we go. So, what are they on? They're on Tom Clancy's, yes. So, have not spent enough time on A, on that game, or B, on your stream, actually. So, to give some support and stuff, do check them out. Up and coming streamer. We'll be doing great soon. Hopefully, some of the new advice and stuff will start to pay off. And yeah, we'll get you to that affiliate ship, so you can actually start doing some fun bits like that. So definitely do drop a follow. Now he will be coming up in the ranks at some point soon, I hope. But you know, obviously we've got to give our support. We've got to make sure that everyone is doing their fair bit and get out there. Aw, you think I'm awesome? That's amazing. That is pretty cool. I like that message. And you guys are fucking awesome. Like, you know, and that whole Keanu Reeves at Cyberpunk. You know, you're breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Yeah. Oh. But it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And luckily enough, I got to play some Rocket League with Fire Spinner. I did one today, which was a lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed. Cross-platform as well, so we can do cross-platform on there, and definitely have some giggles. You know, part of me is tempted after the stream to actually get back on the game, if I'm honest. Like, we left the game earlier for me to come and stream today, obviously with enough time to put my makeup on, have a piss. I would say finish my pizza, but I've still got part of it here. Literally, I only got through that much of my pizza before I started streaming. Because I literally put that on, started gaming, continued gaming, then left gaming for about 20 minutes to then do my makeup and do all my bits and stuff and sort out all the lighting, and then started streaming. So I didn't even get to finish my pizza, which was like, you know, amazingly timed there. So it could be a giggle, actually. Could be a giggle and a laugh. But if you are up for another game after the stream, which it's gonna be coming to a close in about 10 minutes, actually. So I'd be curious to see where we going? Where's my Twitch thingy gone? There it is. Stream dashboard. Thanks, Skins. No worries there. It is all good. So we all got to look after each other, right? We've got to make sure that all the things are good and happy. Right, so I'm going to have a quick look to see who is on. Oh, we've got Marbles on Steam. We've got Just Chatting. We've got Valen. Oh, can I raid Valen again? I'm not sure. I did enjoy being raiding their stream the other day. That was fun, actually. But we're not at the point of raiding yet. We've still got a few more minutes left. And yeah, we're going to just see who is on, who's going to be and around. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Granted, it was just like a little different. The votes were to actually start doing a Friday night stream. Because the whole point is, when I was streaming and I was doing like Sunday, Monday, and this was the tricky thing. When I was regularly streaming 2 nights back to back, it was, I wouldn't say it was stressful, but on most weeks it was perfectly fine, you know. But on other weeks it was a time when you're doing that kind of thing. And obviously, like, there's a thing that we talk about in the performance world called PPB. And for those that don't know, PPB stands for post-performance blues. And when you're putting so much energy and effort into a performance, and I know Fire Spinner will probably definitely get me on this one, you put your energy, you've got your direction. In yoga, we call it drishti. which means point of focus. And you're putting your energy and your focus and your time towards something. And as soon as you finish that performance, you've got nothing. Like all that energy you were putting towards this thing, now that thing is done, you're like, what do I do now? Where am I going? And you get depressed. You get what? Blues. You do get the blues. Get you on the flip side. Ah, shit, you're off already, Fire Spinner. No worries. Thank you so much for popping by and coming to say hi. And yeah, it's always really cool. We are going to be streaming soon. So if you want to stay on for the raid, it would be epic. But you do what you need to do, my friend. No stresses whatsoever. But or feel free to just leave a lurk while you're doing your other things. Up to you. But yeah, so post-performance blues, PPB. And this is something to definitely be aware of. If you're going to be streaming as well, this is something I have to deal with after every single time I stream. After every time I stream, you've got to have that chill out bit. You're rushing, and when you come off it, you're so super energetic. Performance crash. Ah, there we go. We've got another name for it. And then when you finished doing everything, you're like, ugh, that energy is gone. You put all your energy out this way to your audience, to your performance, to your talent, to whatever it is you're going to do. And then once you've done that, you're used to putting that energy somewhere. And then it's gone. And it's like, where do I put this energy? Where do I go? And yeah, sometimes it's something to be aware of. And as a performer, granted, I've been a professional performer for a long time, but streaming is very similar. I am putting on a performance every time. And yes, this is me. You are seeing skins. Granted, it may be skins turned up to 11, but skins is generally turned up to at least 9, 10 most of the time anyways. So for the people that do know me in real life, they know what I'm like, and they know I'm generally this high up anyways. But the hope is that everyone who does understand that does come through. So anyways, as we said, we are going to be coming to a close, and we are going to be, where should we go? I know we can go to Rebel. Go to Rebel stream. Or we can go to Luminous. So we can go to Nova's, or we can go to... Oh no, actually, Luminous. Is Luminous the one? I'm not sure. Ooh. I want to go Bob Ross. I always want to go Bob Ross. There's always an option of Bob Ross. But we can always see it. Or we can go to Addison. So we can see. So let's I say we go... Oh, Rebel. Let's go Rebel. Screw it, let's do Rebel. We haven't done Rebel in a while. So as long as Rebel's still going... Oh, and Rebel's in boy mode. Rebel is in boy mode. So, that was a surprise. I was not expecting that. So yeah, let's totally raid there. So guys, the guys that are still with us, we're gonna be raiding. So, if you guys have the command, please do use the Viking Skinny Raid, if you guys are my subs. If not, you are more than welcome to use the Tomb Raider raid as well. So if you just type in the emotes and go raid RAID, you can also use this one as well. So either which way, you guys are more than welcome to come in. So do show your love. We are going to be doing the raid. Thanks there, Beth. We're going to be going into Rebel stream. So make yourself known. Let them know that you came from the Skinny. And yeah, we are going to be doing this. So let's do this, guys. Let's crack on. Love you loads. Take care. Be safe, be cool, but remember, you guys, you fucking rule. Take care. Loads of love, guys. Catch you around.